Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Welcome to today's stream. Happy Tuesday. Great to see you all up. Cisco, Fallen, Natalie, Elsa, Mr. Wolf, and Rich. How are we all today? Hope you all had a great weekend. Sorry, no stream yesterday. I was preparing or packing for EUIC, which is coming up later this week. So I needed to get a few things sorted before we jumped in to stream. All done now, though. Oh, thereabouts. We'll continue with this. Hopefully we find the Lugia this morning. I'm quietly confident that we might. Is this the right button? Is this the right one? No, that's not the right one. That's the right one. That's where we want to go. That's it. Awesome. Awesome. So let's get underway. Let's get going and find ourselves a shiny Lugia to continue this hunt. I think today we might end up the stream with jumping over to Pokemon Legends Arceus and finishing that Enamorous hunt, because we've still got that on the cards to do. So we might finish that one off later today. Joe, good morning. How are you today? Hope you had a nice weekend and great to see you. Good start to your Tuesday. You mean wig shopping? Yes, mate, wig shopping. It did cross, that conversation did happen in actual fact. When I first had it chopped, I was like, what am I gonna do? Are we gonna do it? And the multiple wigs was a thing that we did talk about, but I'm just gonna rock it. I'm just gonna rock the short hair. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I don't think I'll get away with a cap on the desk, but it'll be good. It'll be fine. It's only one event, so it's all right. It's in your haircut. Olio, good morning. How are you doing? Nose Horse, how are you today, my friend? I hope you are well and had a great weekend. Come on, shiny Lugia, that's what we want. We want to see it today. That's what we need. Luke, good morning, my friend. How are you doing? And Lexi, how are you? I hope you're well. Wishing you good luck today. All of mine has been used up by 3 segments. Shiny the Dunsparce. The 5th catch on Sunday. Oh, wow, that's amazing. You got it. That's so good. Congrats, my friend. I would take that. All the luck being used up on that one. Definitely a good one. That must have felt great when it actually popped up when you evolved it. And it was the one that you wanted. That's awesome. I'm sure the luck's not all used up though, mate. I'm sure you've got plenty of it left in the bag. So, what's the next hunt, Lexi? What's the next target? Let me know. I am eager to find out. And hopefully have just as much luck with that one. My Legends is only short of one last Cranidos to evolve Rampardos. I might have it, so at the end of the stream, if you're still around, Olio, I will trade you it across in PLA. Help you complete that. Absolutely rocket, man. Yeah, I feel like we got to. Zyro, good morning. How are you doing? I saw you're going to be casting EUIC. I'm looking forward to the event this weekend. I'll be watching. I am super excited to see what comes out on top, who comes out on top. Maybe we have a repeat of last year, you know. Nils is one of those trainers I feel could do it if he's feeling the flow on the day over the weekend. So we'll see, or maybe we'll crown a new champion, maybe someone that we don't know so well, which makes it just, yeah, I'm pumped for it. I hope anyone that can't go and that's watching the stream, I hope it's entertaining. I hope you enjoy the matches and stuff like that. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Guaranteed greatness will come from the stream. I say that. I'm really looking forward to it and catching up with a bunch of people when I'm out there. So it's gonna be, yeah, it's just gonna be nice. Shiny Hunter, good morning. What's up, mate? Good luck on the playthrough. I hatched another shiny. Quaxley, one more to go. That's awesome to hear. That is what I like to hear. Starting the week in great style. We had the Dunsparce 3 segment from Lexi. We've had that from you. One more to go. It will come this week. I can feel it. I can feel it. OM3G4, how are we doing today? I hope you're good. Bro, playing a new game through of Soul Silver is such nostalgia, being able to use my Typhlosion. I know, I feel it every time I jump into these games. There's something about it. It's just, the nostalgia just hits so hard. It's such a great game. Great to hear that you're enjoying the playthrough, and I hope you continue to have a good time. James, you're here, mate. Great to see you. Firstly, congratulations. Congrats on the shiny enter after how long? 11 months. Crazy. What a hunt, mate. What a hunt, and what a find. It's you know, it's one of those where I have to take my hat off to you, because There's not many people that I know that actually go after the romas, the shiny romas in these games. It's such a tall task. It's such a hard hunt. So I'm so happy that you've managed to snag it. What great news though, mate. What's the next target though? That's the question. You've got to be so pumped. You'll be feeling like that for a while, I'm sure. What a trophy shiny though. Professor Oak, good morning. I hope you're well, mate. Good to see you. Had a nice weekend. How was your dinner date on Friday? Although, yeah, the work date. How did it go? Let me know, mate. I am intrigued. I'm sure everyone else is as well. Just rock the short hair. Just a matter of being used to it or not. My next hunt is suffering through the BDSP home decks. Oh, I feel your pain. After Friday's stream, and we weren't even shiny hunting in that game, and it was a grind to get the Manaphy, but we managed to get it in the end, which was good. So that one's acquired. We just need the Enamorous. For those just joining the stream, good morning. I think we'll end the stream off today by jumping into PLA. We'll take a break from this, and we'll get that shiny Enamorous. We only need 3 targets: the Darkrai, the Manaphy, Fione, and they are all pretty much set up, ready to go. So I've got all the Pokemon in my party ready for the Manaphy. I think we're at the Cobbett coastline, ready to go through the route, activate that quest. So that one should be easy to pick up, and then the Darkrai, of course, is the next one after that, where we'll have to just go and nab it, and hopefully then we are done with all of the dexes except that Pokemon Go dex, which doesn't have a reward, which I hope never has a reward. Sorry to all you Pogo players, but that dex is just ridiculous. So big. And Professor, oh, congrats on the casting. Thank you. Another double same. What I wish was a thing is definitely a Paradox Keldeo, call it Iron Clot. If it was a thing, that would be cool. I would have loved to have seen, like, yeah, the Keldeo get one, because, you know, the rest of them all got their Paradox forms. Keldeo feels a little bit left out. It definitely deserved one. Damien, good morning, mate. How are you doing? Just finished PLA, Dex in home, 1 down at least. Nice, awesome work, mate. Have you collected the Enamorous yet? Hope you have. Such a nice shiny as well. Lexi, after BDSP, gonna go for that bugged shiny event. Pikachu from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I think, will be suffering. You're not picking like the easy hunts. They're all like the grindy ones. But that one's a really cool one. I like that one, the Hat Pikachu. You get that shiny. Hopefully you can nab it before banking home and all those services close, and then trade it up. Although it can't really move out of home, I don't think, can it? What a shiny Yveltal this morning, James. Wow, on a roll, mate. I feel chat, you were all pulling in these amazing shiny hunts today. Hopefully that spells some good luck for maybe us. I'm still struggling on that Aerodactyl hunt. I am. That is definitely right now, but just taking its sweet time, and it is not showing up. So probably have to take that away with me to EUIC, continue it in any downtime I have. Maybe that's the luck I need. I found strategy with Skeledirge. What's that for, Jarrett? Is that for the Iron Leaves? Skeledirge, if it is for the Iron Leaves, it's probably the best Pokemon. Most consistent, not the fastest. I'd say King Gambit's probably a little bit faster against the Iron Leaves. But Skeledirge with the Unaware, you just ignore any Swords Dances and stuff like that, which make it so much easier. So, yeah, and then Iron Hands is just Ormoridon is a really easy one for the Walking Wake. You're not going to have much trouble against those ones. But I will put a video up Thursday. I'm hoping that we get Herba Mystica drops with this one this time around. Joshua, how are you doing? I hope you are well. I finally got shiny Spinder on Y version using Horde Hunting, and got shiny Zigzagoon in Omega Ruby using the Horde Hunt. That's awesome. I haven't Horde Hunted in such a long time. I'd love to jump back into it. Maybe once we get Pokemon Day out the way, because we're thinking of different hunts to do, right? We'll soon enough be finished with this quest, I'm sure, in Heart Gold Soul Silver, which will be sad, but we'll be moving on to other things. And we've got a bunch of stuff in the pipeline that we could potentially do. Maybe X and Y is a game seen as Z is on the horizon, you know, might be a good one to jump into. I wouldn't be opposed to doing that. It says bugged even if you trade it up to home and Scarlet and Violet. Oh, you, oh, does, oh, wow. Okay, so you can. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. I thought because it was like tied to that version almost, like you could trade it into home, but that would be something that wouldn't be able to move across. But that's good. That's good to know. Professor Oka went well. She's very cool. But I was talking about Big Man Blastoise and she had no idea what I was talking about. So it was awkward. I love that. Do you know Big Man Blastoise? It's like the quiz question. Do you make it or not? For sure, I snagged my shiny Keldeo from Blaine's giveaway. Nice, nice, nice. Skipped out all the hard work though, Farland. I'm not going to allow you to get away with it that easy. All that hard work that the rest of us have been putting in. I'm pleased you got it though. You know I'm only messing around. Mewtwo, the Mewtwo. Oh, the Mewtwo with Skeledirge. Yeah, there's a solo strategy with the Skeledirge. I tried it a bunch of times. It's way more difficult doing it with the Skeledirge than it is the Mew. It's way more volatile, I would say, in regards to the RNG. And I could never get the RNG. There's, I think, a turn in the middle of the battle where everything needs to fall into place and there's multiple things need to happen. So I never felt comfortable doing a video on it because I was like, the Mew's hard enough and you need the RNG to kind of fall in your favor. You need rolls to fall in your favor as well. And you need this, that you need to be clicking your buttons on at a really reasonable time. Where the Skeledirge, it's so fine margins. I think, yeah, it's way harder against the Mewtwo with Skeledirge, but it is an option for sure, and people have managed to do it. But I distinctly remember a specific turn in that match where there's about 3 things need to fall in place, and I just thought, nah, it's not the one. It can do it, but I mean, the odds of it happening, I would say 1 in tens of thousands to get it right, you know. So Denjik, how are we doing this morning? Good morning, my friend. I hope you're having a good start to your weekend. Had a nice weekend as well. Alpha Sapphire is so good. That's a great shout as well, Miguel. I haven't played that game, all those games, in such a long time either. Pokemon next week is wild. Thought like finally they're gonna end this drought. I know, right? It's crazy. Pokemon Day is literally around the corner. A week Thursday. Hopefully we get some news, which we should do. Hopefully we get some curveballs and that news for ZA, which is just so long overdue. I'm hoping. Big Man Blastoise, I love it. I do. Joshua, my main focus is on Poipole, on Ultra Sun. Nice, that's a great hunt. It's another one I still really want to go back to. That and Type Null, 2 that I think they're really iconic hunts as well. So it would be really nice to do it. Saved a box for Mewtwo and I failed. Really want Mewtwo. Honestly, Jarrett, I think the best strategy is that Mew that I did. I think it'll give you the best chance of doing it over the Skeledirge. That's just my opinion, of course. I mean, you go with whatever you feel is right, but I honestly, knowing that what the RNG factors are for the Skeledirge for that to work, like the thing is, like you can get to the halfway point, and if those turns fall in line for you, then the rest of the match is pretty much locked up with the Skeledirge. But with the Mew, it comes right down to the wire most of the time, whereas you kind of don't know if you're going to do it until the very end of the raid, if that makes sense. Alec, good luck today, Lee. Thank you so much, mate. How are you doing? Hope you're good. Had a great weekend, and it's good to see you in the stream as always. Did that go up? It did go up. Thanks again, Lee, for your support. I couldn't have stuck with it without you. Dude, you give me way too much credit. You deserve all the credit for that hunt, mate. When I feel up to it, I'll be going after Slowpoke. Nice, that's a great... Mate, this team's going to be epic when you get it put together to play through this game. I felt like ours was pretty good, but I feel like you're like topping us every step of the way. I love it. I love it, mate. Well, good luck with that Slowpoke when you get around to it. I think taking a little bit of time off after that insane hunt is something you definitely deserve. Do we have any specific themes for our own Pokemon? Like what we do we name a Pokemon after? Not on this. I've been kind of nicknaming the Pokemon after chat. People in chat. So, and I think with these Pokemon, this playthrough in particular, I'm going to keep probably all of the Pokemon in this on this cart. I don't think I'm going to trade any of these up. I think I want to just, after this is done, I want to just keep this cart as like a little memory of this playthrough. At the moment, that's my feeling anyway. Might change my mind. Might be nice to take them into other gens. I mean, if Lugia ever gets like a mega evolution, it would be kind of cool to have it from these games, right? Shiny one. Good evening, Sedenchik. How are you doing? But good morning to you. Good evening for you. Enamorous Shiny and now completing the Scarlet and Violet decks. Awesome to hear, mate. I did say at the top of the stream, I think we'll end up today by jumping into PLA. We'll go after and finish up the Shiny and Enamorous hunt because we've only got 3 to do in that. So I kind of skimped out with the Espeon. I traded it into Scarlet and Violet and just give it a bunch of berries and evolved it and then traded it back. So it saves a little bit of a job. It just makes it a bit quicker. So, and James, I wanted to go for Horsey, but since I'm playing Hard Gold, its encounter is blocked until I get the Silver Wing. So I'll have to save it for later. Add it at the end. Yeah, that's quite a nice idea. Horsey would be a really good one, but Slowpoke, Slowbro would be, I mean, even Slowking would be a nice alternative for sure. If we're talking about Legends of the Year, will we ever get another Mega Poison type? I'm sure we will. For sure. Game Freak like their poison type, so I would imagine we'll get at least one, hopefully. I want Mega Arbok to exist. That would be a really great one, Jarrett. I'd love to see it. Mega Arbok. Yes. I think out of the Gen 1 Pokemon, Mega Arbok, Vileplume would be a cool one. Victory Bell even. I hope they don't do Weezing. I've not got anything against Weezing. I just feel like Weezing's had a lot of love with its Galar form. That's about it. But I'm like, yeah, you've had your time. Had your time. It's Arbok's turn. But Arbok would be great. I mean, we've talked about it. Like Zangoose getting a mega form. I think it definitely deserves one. I think it needs a buff of some sort, especially in like a competitive space. I think that would be a really cool one to do. And you could also do, if you're doing Zangoose, I feel like you'd have to do Seviper. So it'd be nice to see those two get megas. Maybe we see that happen, maybe not. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. It'd be very exciting though if next week we get revealed some new mega Pokemon. I imagine though that we might get one sneak peek of a mega, a new mega. But I would imagine what they'll do is they'll kind of save a lot of those reveals in the lead up to the game releasing. So additional trailers just to keep that FOMO going, you know. But who knows, they might just, because it's been a year, the release date might be just around the corner. They might just drop a bunch of stuff on us. Frogirl, how are we doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Great to see you in the stream as always. And James, in the basement of Slowpoke, well, you have a 10% chance of Slowbro and 90% of Slowpoke while surfing, so I'll let Fate decide which I get. It'd be great to get that 10% shiny, wouldn't it? That would be wild. See if you evolve in it then as well. Be nice. Fingers crossed, mate. Whichever one you get though is going to be like a great one for the run. Joshua, I bought a SSD for my PS5. It delivered yesterday alongside Turbo Controller for soft resetting for Legendary and Mythical on BDSP. That's going to help so much. It's going to take away half the pain. Just being able to just trigger that soft reset and then just let it do the rest of the job for you. Good luck for those hunts though when you get around to them. Terra K, it's a shame that Arbok didn't get a regional variance related to the patterns on it. Since it's canon, they have different frill patterns in different regions. I know, it's like such a missed opportunity. You've got to think though, they're gonna like revisit that at some point and hopefully give it, because it is really one of the most iconic Gen 1 Pokemon, I think. You know, it's not probably looked at as one of the most iconic, but I think it's always one of those that's definitely recognizable by even not the biggest Pokemon fans because of Jesse and James in the Arbok, you know? So I would love to see it. It's got a banger shiny as well. It's got an absolute banger. Banger. Is it true that they call Oreos chocolate sandwich biscuits in the UK, or am I getting fooled? You're definitely getting fooled. I've never met anyone that said that. Could you pass me a chocolate sandwich biscuit, please? I would love to dip it in my tea. That just doesn't happen. Could you pass us an Oreo? An Oreo is an Oreo, mate. Whoever's telling you that is definitely pulling your leg. Best of luck with the shiny hunt. Thank you so much, Pedro. Excited for EUIC. You and me both, mate. I can't believe it's only a few days until it actually happens, you know? Crazy. I'll be traveling up tomorrow afternoon and then be there for the run-in till Friday till it all kicks off. It's great. I really, you know, like going into these events, I'm like, what restricted's gonna win, you know? I'm like, I normally have quite a good idea in my head of what I like, a feeling like. I feel like, you know, one restricted just feels a lot stronger than the rest going into this, but I honestly, I don't know. I think Zamazenta's still in a good place. Miraidon's always going to be up there. Shadow Calyrex, I feel like, is the one that I feel like if there was a bit of an outlier that's not had the success at like past events, is this finally the time? We kind of said it going into Worlds and it just never really, like, it started the tournament really well and then just dropped off. And I'm like, is this the time Shadow Rider could come back and kind of claim some glory, you know? So we'll see. I don't know. Ice Rider as well, but then you got that Koraidon team it's going around at the minute, and I think that's very strong as well. So Sam, chocolate sandwich biscuits, I know, mate. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous? Chocolate sandwich biscuit? Yes, sir. Have you seen the theories for a new flying evolution based on the air balloon promo art? Do you think it could happen? Potentially, mate. I have seen it. Yeah, it is interesting. The only thing that I would say is, could the creamy gray colors just be referring to normal Eevee, you know? When people are matching up the colors to the different evolutions, they're kind of missing out Eevee on that balloon, and I feel Eevee probably has a spot on that balloon color-wise somewhere, so maybe that could just explain it. But that's the skeptical part of me. My heart wants it to be a new evolution, and it just everything. They're definitely like leading us down a path with the Eevee FOMO. That everything's about Eevee at the minute. All these promos, all these products, everything feels very oriented towards Eevee, and it's like, why are you doing this? Is it just flavor of the month, or are we gonna get a brand new reveal on Pokemon Day? And that's, you know, it's hard to look past it. So we'll see. Red Rojo, how are we doing today? I hope you're well, mate. Hope you have some shiny luck today. Thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a great start to your week as well. Hopefully the shiny Lugia pops in at some point, pays us a visit. That'd be nice. Be nice. Where is EUIC being hosted this year? Zyro, it is in the XL in London once again. So same venue that it's been in for the past couple of years, 3 years. Has it been 3 years on the trot here? I think this might be the 3rd year that it's been in London at the XL. It's the same place where Worlds was held in 2021. Was it 21? I think it was 21. But yeah, it's a pretty good venue now. I think the only reason it's better is because we've got the Elizabeth line in London, which is like a direct tube line. It's a new one that takes you right to the XL. Whereas before the Elizabeth line was a thing, you had to get a line called a DLR, and that was a pain because it was a really had a clunky way to get into London, and it was just, it wasn't straightforward at all. It used to take a long time, so getting in and out of the city center was not as easy, whereas now it's like super straightforward. So it's a lot more accessible to doing other things outside of the event and getting to the event and stuff like that. Mega Crobat, Sodenchik, I love it. Yes, that's another one that would be great. Crobat's another, like, I like Crobat a lot. I do. So I would love to see that. We already had Gigantamax Garbodor's Pokedex entry for pollution. Yeah, that's true. Do you think any of those Pokemon that got G-Max evolutions, kind of, does that mean that they're not going to get Mega evolutions? Be sad, because I'd love to see Mega Snorlax. It's been something I've wanted to see for a long time. It's again, one of those top tier Gen 1 Pokemon. I think you've always got to look at that as well, because they're always going to go back to Gen 1 and be like prioritize those Pokemon before they prioritize maybe any of the new ones. Could be wrong, but it always feels like that. Pedro, I'd love to see Zamazenta take it. It's been so many Calyrex and Miraidon winning lately. Yeah, I feel like Zamazenta could definitely do it. Did you see Snow's team that they were piloting in the Terrasar tournament over the weekend, playing a Moltres with the Zamazenta? Very interesting team. I do like it a lot. I like the adaptation to Moltres. It gives you so much of a better matchup against, in particular, Groudon. And you've got like that combination with the Moltres and the Chi-Yu. It's not just good against Groudon, I guess it's good against Koraidon as well, you know, kind of pressuring it to terrestrialize, which then you can take advantage of with the other elements of your team. To be fair, you guys make crisp Zarnies. Oh, Lexi, right? It's been I haven't had a crisp sandwich, a crisp as in a for the US audience out here, a potato chip, like a chip. I guess that's what you call them. We call them crisps in the UK, like a bag of crisps. Like I guess you have Lay's is the most well-known brand, where we have like Walkers. I'm just trying to explain this, but yes, we are now known for making sandwiches with crisps, with potato chips. So you butter bread, put the chips in, maybe a bit of tomato sauce in there as well, and then yeah, it's a real filthy sandwich, like so unhealthy. But I used to have them as a kid, and they are good. I wouldn't knock them though. You got to try them first. And Sarah, Matt brought up the white maybe being Eevee, but noted that they did a similar reveal for Sylveon. Eevee was represented by brown and not white. Ah, that's interesting. Didn't realize that's how they kind of teased the Sylveon. Ah, see, this is why Matt's great, because you've got all that knowledge of all these like reveals from so many years ago. That makes a lot of sense, so that's quite cool. I'm pleased you mentioned that. Happy hunting, Blue Dan TM. Thank you so much, mate. I recently got myself a shiny Dracovish. Wow, nice catch, mate. 2095 checks. Now I have shiny Dracozolt and Dracovish. 2 more to go. Good luck with those 2 remaining ones. You got the 2 big ones though already. That's awesome to hear, mate. And yeah, keep us up to date with how they're going. Remember getting the DLR 2006 for an Anime Expo. Good times. DLR, mate. Rough, Luke. Please don't ever have to get that line anymore. Rad Dad, how are we doing this morning? Hope you are well. Gonna look while the sun is still coming up, but I'm here, mate. It's always great to have you here, and I hope you have a nice, easy, relaxing start to your morning. It sounds nice and relaxing. Just chilling, watching the sun come up, waiting for this Lugia to pop up. Currently on exams week, Mighty. I'm really scared. Mighty, you're gonna crush it. Don't worry about it, mate. Don't let that anxiety. I watched Inside Out 2 yesterday. That's a good film. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Inside Out or Inside Out 2, but yeah, anxiety in Inside Out 2, not my favorite character. Mr. Browser, great to have you here on the stream. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. When I was in school, I used to have a tuna sandwich and put some pickled onions, Space Raiders in it. Sounds weird, but it worked so well, I can imagine. That sounds like a good combo, mate. Crisp Sarnies are elite. I haven't had one in ages. You guys are making me like remember that this is a thing. It's never an option, but yeah. Space Raiders as well. Wow. Classic crisp. Always an after school like corner shop snack. I saw that the crisp sandwich first time in uni. Thought I accidentaled into another time. Into another timeline. The crisp sandwich. You've got to try it. It sounds like it would be bad, but it's honestly anything but. Crisp sandwich is good. it is good. It's like the texture, because you get that, like, you've got the nice soft bread, and then you get the butter, and then you got that nice crunch of the crisps. It's good. Not good for you, terrible for you, but it is a good sandwich. Exia, good morning, hope you're well. Hoping something shines today. Oh, thank you so much. I hope so too. Hope we can just see. That'd be absolutely epic if we can get this Lugia, especially before going off to EUIC. My 99% for my Sword and Shield X, only missing Kabuto line and Kubfu. Porygon was easy but annoying since there is only one Porygon for Sword and Shield. I know, it's so frustrating, that one. To get the trades, the items aren't too bad to find, but yeah. Kabuto is a version exclusive, I believe. Crown Tundra, depending on different weather, it will appear. It wasn't too difficult for me to get, and then obviously the Kubfu is another story, because that's, yeah. Have you already evolved your Urshifu? I don't even have a spare Kubfu in my games. I think they're all evolved. Watched the original Inside Out 4 times at the cinema. I've only seen the sequel once, didn't enjoy it as much, but still good film. Yeah, I'm exactly the same as you, Alec. It was good, not as good as the first one though. It was a good watch, but yeah, the first one's just way better. 4 times though, mate. I like it. It's a great movie though. I like the concept of it as well. It's like what I hope is going on in my head all the time. And it's definitely not, but you never know, do you? People will call me crazy. There are little things in my head that make everything work the way they do. James, looking forward to EUIC. Birmingham was decent, just hope the shop isn't smashed by the time I get there. Don't have a listing until late Saturday due to playing. Oh mate, I hope so. You know, the one thing that they have been doing recently with the Pokemon Center stuff is they've been holding stock back. So they'll put stock out on certain days, and once the stock's gone on that day, then they'll put it out. I'd imagine they'll keep replenishing stuff, so hopefully by Saturday they've still got the big things that you want. If there's anything in particular that you really want, because I think I get to go in early on Thursday morning. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but let me know and I'll try and pick it up for you. If there's anything you desperately need, there might be just limits on what you can buy, like 1 per customer. I'm hoping that that's what they do. They have been doing that recently, but like I said, if you weren't here last week on Friday, then you're gonna definitely want to be here next week, because not only is it Pokemon Day, I am going to be buying a full set of all the EUIC exclusive merch, and I will be giving it away to one of you lovely members on the channel. So we're going to do that giveaway on Pokemon Day. We'll announce the winner on Pokemon Day. I will flash all the swag on next week's streams, so you know exactly what's going to be in the bundle. And we'll probably have like a couple of other prizes, so we'll do I guess prizes, giveaways. So I'll probably try and pick up a few extra items and then do a couple of other giveaway things for everyone. So that will be exciting to do. I'm just hoping I can pick up the stuff myself. The only thing that I really want is the yellow Psyduck jumper for myself. So we'll see. But I think I'll be in after the content creators. So we have to hope that they're going to be kind and not go crazy buying lots of stuff. Morning, Polly. How are you doing? I hope you're well. My dad sure was. So happy with what we've been given. I think the original film is so important for raising awareness of mental health in an accessible way that people feel comfortable talking about. Yeah, me and Tash said the exact same thing. We loved it when like we showed Thea it, and it just kind of, it gives you that way better understanding of like how things kind of can come into play with different scenarios and stuff like that. I do like the concept. That's why we kind of pushed the second one. We were like, we're gonna watch this, you need to learn more about it. But Thea loves the first one for sure. Riley, good morning, mate. How are you doing? Come on, give us some good news. We've had a line of good news. Like everyone has been saying what catches they've had. All we need is the Goose news, and we're gonna be on cloud 9, mate. But I hope, if it hasn't happened, I hope you're all right. Hope you had a good weekend, regardless. And it's great to see you, as always. I just love the idea of the director eggs for Inside Out 2 getting the movie picked apart by a preteen girls. Lol. They apparently brought them in for accuracy checks. Oh wow, did they? I never even realized that. That's hilarious. That's brilliant though. I hope they do a third one. I would imagine they will. I feel like they've both done really pretty well at box office, so you would think they'll probably kind of continue this little series on, because they've covered like the early years, the teen years, and now they need to do the adult years. So you would think there will be a trilogy. It would make sense. I don't know, it might have already been confirmed. I posted an intentionally ugly drawing of Iron Valiant and posted under our Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and the subreddits. Now that stinking drawing has like 700 upvotes. Mate, maybe it's a thing that you just need to do. Maybe that's your like going to be your signature. Intentionally ugly drawings. It's a shame because your art style's really good, and I think they're anything but ugly, but not many upvotes, mate. Chase those clicks. I played PLA for the first time in months, and it was totally reminded me exactly why I love it. Also realized that just hope much I still need to to complete all the. I kind of ignore the fact that I've got loads of the tasks in games. That's not 100% complete my copy, but a lot of the tasks don't need doing. I'm like, it's all right. I can come back to those on a rainy day. Finish those up. Justin, good morning from the US. Never up this early, mate. I appreciate you being here. I hope you're having not a difficult start to the morning, a nice easy one. I know it's early for you guys over there, that's why I say that, but it's awesome to have you join the stream, and I hope we can find this Lugia while all you guys are here. It was based on a bootleg Metal Sonic plush that became a meme out of nowhere. Mate, did I ask you to link it? Or if you can link it, I would love to see it in the Discord. Link it and I will check it out. I'd love to take a look at it. Riley, no news yet. Still in eternal suffering. Mate, it's got to end soon. I feel like what's happened? The Deoxys was meant to be the gatekeeper, and it was meant to unlock the goose. It's got to be the next one. It has to be. You cannot phase again in this hunt. Poly crunch time this week, especially tomorrow, but doing well. Looking forward to next week. At work, I mean. I hope everything goes all right this week, Polly. And once it's out the way, like you say, it's going to be plain sailing. For next week, it's going to be good. For one, because we've got Pokemon Day, and we're going to get Pokemon news, and it's going to be very exciting, along with whatever else we get on top of it. Just in what movie? We're just talking about, like, I watched Inside Out 2 yesterday for the first time. So that's, we're talking about that one. And the first one. Sean, how are you doing, mate? Congrats on being on the desk. Thank you, mate. It's nice to be back once again. It's like the mini worlds every year, so it's always nice to be on the desk, bringing you guys all action from our amazing players. So you're looking forward to it, Sean? I take it you got your ticket and you'll be playing this weekend. Ren, I found a card for this game and don't have a DS. Ren, if you just got an original DS, I feel like the 3DSs are like super expensive. Like their price is just climbing and climbing and climbing, it seems. But the DSs, they're pretty reasonable to pick up a DS. Like I picked up a DS, to be fair, this was about a year ago, and it was really banged up, and I reshelled it. But the DS was about £18, so it was really reasonable. So I think you can pick up DSs for not too bad price. I mean, it's the perfect excuse. You've got this game, you need to play it for sure. Awesome find though. I think I just beat Marco on Showdown Ladder. So I'm buzzing for EUIC now. Nice, mate. That's good. It's good. Keep that positivity going into the tournament, mate. Madrid Star. Are you still playing TCG Pocket? I am, mate. I am. The problem that I've had recently is that I've just not had the pulls from the decks that I would need to put like the new decks together. Like this morning was the and I don't know how many packs I've opened since the new set, but I had to basically purchase with my my pack points 1 Palkia EX, and then I've only just this morning got a second Palkia EX after countless packs, and I've only got 1 Dialga EX, so I've not really been able, and there's a lot of the other EXs that I'm still missing, and I just can't put the decks together that I would like to. So it's been a bit of a weird one recently, where I've just been like, with a new set, I've normally like pulled the big cards pretty easily, the cards that I've wanted from the set, and then I've been able to kind of jump in and play battles and stuff like that. But it's almost put me off and been like, demotivated me from playing it as much, because I've just been like, it's really frustrating not being able to get the cards that I want to build the decks with. So but I still play. I think we're supposedly gonna get a smaller expansion maybe next week with Pokemon Day. It'd be kind of cool if we do. So that might like inspire me, if I get the pulls early on after that drops, to jump back in a little bit more than I have been recently. Like, I missed the Cresselia event. I also got really burnt on the Blastoise event, the promo event, and I don't know how many promo packs I opened. Like, it must be close to like 50 or 60 promo packs in total, and I just could not pull the Blastoise. So with the Cresselia one, with that combined with just not having the pulls from the new packs that I needed to put decks together, I was not motivated to go after the Cresselia like I did with the Blastoise. It was like, yeah, so I missed that one as well. So my interest has been wavering slightly. Maybe the new sets will pull me back in, but I still enjoy it. I do love it. It's just this annoying when you can't get the cards that you kind of want from the set. And I refuse to like spend a fortune trying to just chase them down, because it's like there's no guarantee, you know. My DS Lite stopped working recently. Turns out a fuse had blown. I decided to replace it myself with a soldering kit. The fuse was smaller than a grain of rice. It was not easy. But I got to work it again. That's amazing, Zyra. Congrats, mate. The DS systems, I think, are some of the hardest to do work on. If you're modding it, if you're putting a reshell on, they're so fiddly, and like the bits inside. I am well impressed, mate. That's awesome. It's like there's a little bit of like, there's got to be that like self-satisfaction as well when you've done something like that and you've fixed it, and you think, save myself having to buy a new console, and you've got all those memories from that console as well, you know. So it's nice that you were able to kind of restore it to its former glory, and now you can use it. That's great news, mate. James, we are bracing for a winter storm starting today. It's supposed to give us 4 to 6 inches of snow, so I may not have work for the next few days. Oh mate, I hope it doesn't get too bad. That's crazy. It's like, it feels like the last couple of days here, it feels like spring's actually starting to come out, which is nice. It's still chilly, but it's a lot warmer than it has been, and the sun is shining, which is such a nice change. In the mornings, getting up, it was up at like 6:30 this morning, and the sun was coming up, and it was like, it's like a lush day. Cold, but it's like, it's nice. Blue skies. I'm not making the situation any better. I'm sorry, James. I hope the storm is not as bad as it's meant to be. Passes nice and quick. Leech Life 10, how are we doing? Good luck on the Lugia hunt. A buddy of mine got this one in under 2k resets. Wow. Still hunting at 30k on 3DS Virtual Console Silver version. Wow. Leech Life, that is nuts. We recently did the Deoxys hunt in Leaf Green. I got to 17,000, nearly 18,000, and I thought that was a grind. That's not even a patch on 30,000 resets. Really hope your luck changes and you manage to get that soon. That'll be an amazing catch when it finally shows up. But do keep us up to date. I would love for you to drop in and give us the good news when it does finally shine. Riley, that little snow wouldn't stop work for me at all. James, where are you? Riley, you would laugh at how quickly the UK comes to a grinding halt with the tiniest amount of snow. Literally, it's laughable. I remember where I used to work years ago, and honestly, you could still see the pavement outside. It was like a dust covering of snow, And like people were like, I need to go home. I need to go home. I need to get back before the roads get bad. And literally it was like, it was like the ground was a tiny little bit white. Like someone had been out with like powdered sugar and just covered the ground with it. So you could still see through it. But people were like panicking. Places were shutting down. Yeah, the UK. You would think we would be able to cope with that sort of weather, like, well, you know, I feel like it's been weather that we've had quite a lot of in the past. We don't get so much of it now, but yeah. Anytime I was growing up, it was always the same. I think I only had like a couple of snow days when I was younger though. And that was like real bad snow. But it was fun to go out and play. And so as a kid, I didn't really mind. Sean, definitely going to be a long day. The Saturday will be the long one, mate, for sure. Saturday always long. I mean, for the players, probably Friday and then Saturday. I think casters, as a caster, I always feel like the Friday flies by. It's always like really fun because it's the first day, and you're just getting kind of settled into the event, setting it up for the rest of the weekend. Then I always feel like Saturday is like business time. Like this is where like the meat of the tournament, and we get right up to the two finalists at the end of the day, you know, for Championship Sunday. So I always feel the Saturday is the slog day, but still always very fun. Zara had a DS Lite since 2007, played all the DS era Pokemon games on it. So many memories. I was happy I could get it working again. I love that, mate. I do love that you've been able to restore it. And now you've done that one thing. I think like anything else, if other things go, I think you have the confidence to go in and just like fix it and yeah, put it all right, which is great. A thin layer of snow seems more than an excuse. It was definitely, yeah, you could see it, and some people were like, yeah, you just want to go home. Don't let that powdered sugar fool you, it's a nightmare. Yeah, deadly stuff. Speaking of luck, the shiny Latios I hunted in 2017 in Alpha Sapphire runaway method just so happened to have a 0 IV in attack. Wow, when I checked a couple of weeks ago. That's wild. That is, I love that. That's amazing. And that hunt is not an easy one by any stretch. But to have the 0 attack IV, wow. So good for competitive. Can you remember those Zama Latios teams that Michelle was running at the very start, like the first phase of Regulation G? I loved the Latios and those teams. I feel like it was so good. Did such a good job covering a lot of the threats that Zama didn't really want to go up against. Got great speed tiering as well. It's a shame we don't see more of it in competitive. I do feel like it does a very good job at supporting and being that bit disruptive, bit offensive Pokemon when you need it to, and the levitate ability is just such a good ability. Dealing with weather issues would require money being spent, and the government would think it's a waste. Yeah, I mean, what our government spend money on, mate, is nothing sensible. I try not to think about it, Luke. It makes me very depressed with how things are going in this country at the minute. It's very sad. Olio in TCG Pocket, I've gotten only Gallade and Dialga dupes. Still trying to pull Darkrai. Yeah, I have not got the Darkrai at all. I wonder, it does cross my mind, is it because it's such a big set that you're just getting like none of these like EX cards? And the EX cards are normally the ones that aren't that rare, but it's just they're so difficult to pull. Gallade I haven't got, Darkrai I haven't got. There's a bunch of them. But I've got like so many dupes of like the illustration rare cards that are not EX cards that you would want for a deck. And like they're nice cards, but they're not really ones I would use to battle with. I think the Dendinair is one I can definitely comes to my mind. I've had about 3, 4, maybe even 5 copies of that, and I just think it's nice getting it the first time. Don't want it anymore. Only got into competitive in Sword and Shield era and only competed this past season. So saying my Latios was completely optimal all this time blew me away. Currently in the Ultra Series for Ribbons. That's yeah, I mean, getting that surprise is just so nice. That's awesome to hear that you're just getting into it from Sword and Shield. Will you be playing any tournament? Are you going to any tournaments? Plan to go? Because you've got a EUIC happening this week. I don't know if you're registered to play in that, but I hope you're enjoying the competitive scene. It's really great, and it's awesome to see, especially because I've been in it for such a long time. The growth of it, especially since Sword and Shield, and it's just keeps going. And it makes me really excited for Generation 10 when that drops, because I think inevitably every single new generation the competitive scene gets bigger and we get this huge influx of new players. So it's already big now, so it just makes me very excited for Gen 10 when that comes around in what we think will be 2026. I guess we'll get it confirmed this Pokemon Day, because if we get no news on Gen 10 this year, we know this Pokemon Day, we know we're not getting Gen 10 this year. I just hope that, you know, the player base can stick it out. If we have another year after this one in Scarlet and Violet, just stick it out for like one more year, because it will be difficult, I think, because it will feel very samey. I've been lucky to pull 2 Darkrai EX, but nothing else. I feel like it goes one of two ways then. It's like you almost get more of the cards than you need, or you just don't get them at all. Zachary, thank you so much, Zach. That really means a lot, mate. I hope you enjoy the entire weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, really looking forward to it, and I hope it doesn't disappoint when you're tuning in, mate. Remember as well, there will be a mystery gift for Jumpluff dropping on the Friday after the broadcast begins. I don't know what time they'll drop that code, but there'll be Marco Silva's Jumpluff that they ran in LAIC to win that event. So that is the distribution this weekend. So it's a nice one to pick up in a Cherish Ball. And Mihailo, I'm just gonna say I apologize for the pronunciation of your name, because I undoubtedly have got that wrong, but thank you so much for the subscribe. And if you're joining the stream, I hope you enjoy it with us this morning. Each live 10 I got rejected from staff Vancouver, so I decided to pass on that one. Got rejected from staff. That sucks, mate. Sorry to hear that. Charlie, morning. How are you doing, mate? I want to go to the Excel Center Friday with my daughter, but I can't find where to get tickets or anything like that. Do I just turn up? I think you might. Let me see if I can find out, Charlie, for you. Spectator passes. UIC. You might need to go to... I'm not really sure where the spectator passes are. Let me see if I can find out for you, mate. And then it can help you out. Fresh, good morning. How are you doing today? I hope you are well. Right, there we go. Competitor registration is there. Spectator registration sold out. That is frustrating. I'm not sure if you can just turn up, if you'd need one. They say they're sold out. Not competing at EUC, grab a spectator pass. I don't know if you need a spectator pass to get into the Pokemon Center though. I don't think you would, because I think you only need a spectator pass to get into the hall. And I think the Pokemon Center isn't in the main hall where the playing area is, if that makes sense. So you could still go, there'll still be stuff happening in and around the event space, like outside in other event halls. And the Pokemon Center will definitely not be in the main event hall. That will be located in another hall outside, because there's just no way they would be able to fit the Pokemon Center into the same space. So you could still go to the Pokemon Center, although you do need to have a pass to get into the Pokemon Center as well. I don't know if I can send this link, but this is the link. Let me see if it'll post. There we go. I can post. I've got the ability to post the link, but that's the link to it. If that helps out, that's got all the information there. I'd love to participate in Pokemon Go competitive, but the format is so unfriendly. It's really hard to get the Pokemon as well. I always find I would love to do Go. I speak to the Go casters a lot, and they give me a lot of insight and just make me want to play the game. But I've got the problem where I just don't have the ability to go out and get the competitive Pokemon that I want, which makes it really difficult to kind of jump into, which is a shame. Something going on with the Scotland via playbase? I don't know. Is there? I don't think so. Remember the Alolan Raichu event? I catch 2 of them, just to name Coco and the other one late. Chocolate. That was a nice event. I'm still salty about it though. I caught over 100 shiny Alolan Raichus and not one had the Humongo mark. Got just boxes just taken up in my Pokemon home with the shiny Alolan Raichus. Got to do something to give those away at some point. Today I saved up to open 10 packs and got 2 EX Weavars and Miss Maggie's EX, both my favorites. That's awesome, mate. Congrats on those nice pulls. EX Weavar one, is it the 2 gold? The full art one looks absolutely amazing. Bad joke, but I liked it. We all loved it, Mike. We loved those bad jokes though. Yeah, you know we do. The previous terms were just hollows. Oh, it's so painful when I've had the series of 10 where I've opened 10 packs and I've had like the best cards have just been hollows, and I've been like, such a waste of all those hourglasses. But it happens, doesn't it? Wanted to take her to the center. I'm 7 minutes away on the train. Oh wow, Charlie, so you're not far away, mate. I would check to see. I mean, you can pop across. Might be worth popping across and then speaking to staff at the Pokemon Center. Like if you're coming across anyway, if you're so close, it'd be worth speaking to staff at the Pokemon Center, because they might be able to book you a slot for later in the weekend. Might not be that day, or they might be able to get you in on that day if you ask them. I'm not sure where the link to the registration for the Pokemon Center is, and I would imagine that might have all filled up, but you never know. Who's ready for Pokemon Day, aka my wedding anniversary? Zachary, I know, mate. So ready for it. So ready, mate. I'm pleased I've got EUIC this weekend, because it's kind of like taken away a little bit of the excitement where I've got to concentrate on EUIC, and I'm excited for that. So I'm a little bit distracted from Pokemon Day, because I think otherwise I'd be losing my mind. It'd be like just crazy FOMO for Pokemon Day. Next week's gonna be wild. I'm excited for next week because it's going to be nice doing it like streams leading up to the Thursday, and then Thursday we'll have the big one, and hopefully we get the announcement Monday or Tuesday about the presents or a presents. Could you imagine if they're like, oh, we're not going to do a presents this year. We're just going to drop a trailer, save ourselves. They'll not do that though. They can't do that. They can't. That would be sacrilege. The other day I got a shiny Spunk, named him George, and made him a special sweeper with Belch. I'm not joking. Peppa Pig reference, mate. Peppa Pig, isn't it banned in the US? I heard it was banned in the US. I don't know if that's true or not. I'd love to do competitive Go too. I have most of the meta Pokemon with reasonable IVs, but technical side is just insane rich. Actually, you and Professor Oak have probably got like amazing like Pokemon to use competitively. You guys should get into it. Definitely pull a favor with some of the Go casters. Say, can you give some tutoring to some people in my community, and then get you some of those medals, mate. Trip to Worlds and win the World Championships, and then we'll all be celebrating. A while ago, I got a female XL size recluse marked Chikorita. Wow, odds for that multipliers were 1 in 560,000. Wow, that's crazy. I'd rather have won the lottery. Yeah, I'm with you on that. A lottery win would be good, but that Chikorita, is worth a winning lottery ticket. So what we need to do is find someone with a winning lottery ticket and offer their shiny Chikorita in return. I feel like it's a good deal. I would have preferred to have it female just to name it Peppa. Peppa Pig. Poor Spoink. That's all I'm going to say, Mighty. Poor Spoink. Tristan, how are you doing? I hope you're well, mate. Can't wait for EUIC. See you there, man. Be great to catch a photo with me and my two young boys. Mate, if you see me, and this goes to anyone that's at EUIC over the weekend, because it's normally like a mad rush the entire weekend, and anytime I get out onto the floor, which I do try and do, I'm either heading somewhere or I'm just trying to check out different places. So I might look like I'm in a rush, but just grab me or say hi if you see me from a distance, and I would love to get a photo and say hello and have a chat at the event and see how your weekend's gone. So yeah, just grab me, because I'm always looking like I'm preoccupied, but if I'm out on the floor, it's because I got a bit of time. So definitely try and grab me if you see me swinging about. But I hope you have an amazing time. I'm super excited for it. I can't believe it's only a few days away. Are we doing a Pokemon bingo card in the lead up to Pokemon Day? Yes, 100%, Rich. We have to do the bingo card. We have to. I feel like because we've not had a presents as well the entire year. You know, normally each presents, Pokemon presents, we do like, it would be like, oh, we could do a bingo card for it, but because we've not had one for an entire year, it's like, yes, bingo pens out at the ready. So we'll do that. We'll do that in the morning. I think we're going to do a longer stream that day, so we'll kick off early on the Thursday and it'll lead right into the presents, and then we'll have a bit of a digest afterwards. Will they show a new pack for TCG Pocket on Pokemon? I feel like they will. I think it's been rumored that there's a new like smaller expansion pack coming, so I'd imagine it's like a perfect day for them to reveal it. I think it's going to be like the Mythical Island set size, which is nice because that was a nice size set. I second the Pokemon bingo card idea. Yes, you guys can help fill it in as well. I'd be happy with winning the Newcastle Regional. Make it happen, Lee. Mate, that's the dream. The Newcastle Regional in St. James's Park. And Rich, then you have to wear black and white shirts. I'll bring you one. What size are you? Are you able to trade back Uxie this morning? I'll need to leave in about an hour. I'll be gone most of the day, so if not, no biggie. You can do it tomorrow. No, we can do it. Would now work for you? Because I can do it now if that helps. Let me get my Switch, and I will do it at the same time. I need BDSP. And one thing with these OLED switches is they're never easy to get into the cartridge slot. BDSP. Thank you so much again for all your help on Friday. You wouldn't have been able to do it in time if you hadn't helped. I'll boot up into BDSP now. So if you can send me a code, I will. I'll get it traded across to you ASAP. But thank you again. You think it's possible to restore Mewtwo's rep in the competitive scene by buffing it? Give it 10 points to special attack, 10 points to speed, give an ability like Pixelate, but for psychic moves. I think Mewtwo definitely needs a buff of some sort. I almost feel like it needs that single psychic typing taken away from it. And I feel like, you know, yeah, it probably needs a buff to a lot of its stats. The 130 base, not really that great anymore when you look at all the like 135 base, and then you've got Shadow Rider above it as well. So I do think it needs like a typing attached to it that would give it a bit, like if you attach like normal typing to it, I feel like that would make it so much stronger instantly, you know. And yeah, maybe it doesn't need a buff to its special attack, but I think maybe like a bit of a buff to the defenses, probably maybe the speed creeping a little bit as well. So right, global room, and then I need with a link code. Right, I've got the code from, right, I will boot this one. Sorry friends, bear with me 2 seconds. I just need to do a quick trade. Nozzhorse, who helped me set up and complete my decks on BDSP last week. So 25256363, nice and easy. There we go. Okay, I'm heading into the room now. I'm in there. Brilliant. Funny you are a Sunderland one too. Yeah. I don't know if I could wear a Sunderland one. There we go. Okay. Sunderland shirt. Right, where is this Uxie? I think it might be in my shiny box. It's annoying, the search function on this game, it doesn't take you directly to it like it does it in Pokemon Home. It'll make it so much easier. Uxie is... I'm trying to remember what I traded you for. I'm sure I sent you shiny, but I may not have done. Now I'm questioning what I did send you. Sorry, this is just taking me a minute to find it. Hopefully it's not in my Pokemon Home. I don't think it is. Let me search for it. Search. The frustrating thing is I've probably like skipped past it in my boxes. This is where I'm like, I've lost it. I haven't really. I haven't lost it for sure. But I can't see it. It must be, is it in my, it can't be in my home. Did I just not trade it back? Yeah, it's not in my boxes. It must be in Pokemon Home. I'm so sorry about this. I'm gonna have to quit out of this and go into Pokemon Home to find it. This is so frustrating. I'm so sorry. I will be right back. Charlie Merriman in the chat coming in. Trying to like multitask here, Charlie. How are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. And yes, I will see you for sure at EUIC. Good old Charles. Charles and me on the desk, bringing you all the entertainment that you would ever need. Alec, if you're in the chat still, I showed Charlie Geordie jumpers on Sunday. I think it was Sunday? Sunday, yeah. Sunday. So I'm slowly spreading the word on Geordie jumpers. I feel like it's something everyone needs to experience once. Geordie jumpers. Should have had my Geordie jumper on this morning. Right, let's find this Uxie. Nozzhorse, again, I am super sorry for this inconvenience. Where are you, Uxie? Right, let's find it in home. The nice thing about it is that Uxie is one of those. There it is. Is this OT Rebecca? Doesn't why can't I see the OT on it? I think it is. Jump to box. This looks like it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Why was it still in home? I'm so sorry, Rebecca. Right. I'm going to go back in BDSP now. It will just take me a little minute to do. Sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I'm trying to juggle two things at once and we're neglecting our Lugia hunt. But maybe this is all part of the plan where we're delaying the RNG ticks in the seed to get the shiny. Not for this one or that one, but maybe the future ones, maybe the ones to come. Add a normal type is actually a pretty good idea. I would love to see it. I would love Mewtwo to be strong again, because like obviously I think for me personally, like I obviously like started playing competitive in Generation 1 and Mewtwo was just a monster. It was like so OP. It was like there was nothing that really matched up to it as well. So it was like it lived up to the kind of expectation, the portrayal of it from the movies of being this legendary Pokemon, what a legendary like restricted Pokemon was all about. And then over the years we've obviously had the natural power creep from the rest of the games, and Mewtwo's really fallen off, and I don't think it even reached any significant heights with its mega forms either. Like its mega Mewtwo was never really used. It never had any success in competitive when we saw it, you know, X and Y, Oras, any of those. It just kind of fell off completely. And I think the only way to get around it, I feel like it's a little bit of the same syndrome that Lugia has. The psychic types were so OP in the early gens, and they've been so heavily nerfed from where they were. It's almost a similar situation to dragon types, that I think to get around that now, you need to almost either take away that typing or give it a complementary typing, you know, to kind of go alongside it. So I think Mewtwo psychic normal type could be something that they do to give it a little bit of a lease of life potentially. Right, Nosehouse, if you can send me a new code, I'm ready to go and jump in, and I have the Uxie ready to send back to you. What are we guys trading? Mike, Nosehouse on Friday traded me an Uxie that I'd already, like, I thought I had it ready to catch in my BDSP, but it always registered in my Dex. But I hadn't traded it to Pokemon Home, so I have no idea what I did with it. So I was a little bit stuck for what I could do to finish that Dex. And Nosehouse was super kind and traded me theirs, but I didn't have time to trade it back on the Friday, so I'm trading it back to them now. Hi Roz, how are we doing today? Great to see you. Hope you had a nice weekend and having an even better start to your week. Great to see you as always. Well, if we get Lugia today, it's definitely because of this trade. Could be. Well, no, it would definitely be. It would, like, you have to take like all credit for it. I feel like we just named the Lugia after you. There we go. Mewtwo in Pogo is very strong these days. That's nice. I feel like Pogo has the balance right with a lot of these Pokemon. Like, that's why you see a lot of these like fan favorite Pokemon that never do well in VG doing so well in Pogo, and I love that. I love looking across at the other, like at Pokemon Go, and being like, it's nice and refreshing to see something like a Stunfisk like absolutely bodying everything, you know, or a Feraligatr doing well. It's like it's really cool. I like the balance that Pokemon Go has. Obviously there's like questionable balance of issues there, but I feel like in general it's a very cool game for competitive, at least. Whereas there's always in VG that wish that, you know, one of your favorite Pokemon would be better. Ambipom. There we go. Right, there's the code. Sorry, 4545. I like these codes. They're nice and simple. Right, jumping in now. I'm in the room, waiting. There you are. Hello, it's Rebecca, and we need to do a trade. Yes, and I have the Uxie. Finally. And I know exactly where it is. He says that as I have to scroll through a gazillion boxes just to get to it. Let me reset these. We're nearly there. I definitely went the wrong way when scrolling through boxes. I think I've been through every single box in my PC, and it is right there. Finally done it. I finally found it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the thank yous. There we go. Clodsire being top meta in Pogo always makes me chuckle. Yeah, I love that as well. Even Gastrodon, you know, it makes Lou very, very happy. Although Gastrodon's like amazing in VG as well. It's got more Worlds titles than a lot of the other top tier Pokemon. So it does well across the board just because it's a good Pokemon. Just started playing in Jan. Got a Clod recently with CRVI. Gonna be mopping up with it a bit. I don't think I've got a very good Clodsire in my Pokemon Go. I've got some very good, I've got a very good Shadow for Alligator. I think it's what percentage the for Alligator? I'd need to check, but I know even the Go casters are all like, it's amazing. It's an amazing for Alligator. I don't know how you've got it. Train it up. So I've got a few things that are like very good, but I think there's a lot left to be desired with a lot of the other collection I get. Rose, I hope you're not talking about Gastrodons. We know the blue one's the only one. What other top tier ones are there as well? Go that I always see and I always think, oh, I wish they were good in VG as well. Mandibuzz, but Mandibuzz is I kind of been very good. It's been to a Worlds final, so Mandibuzz has had its time in VG, I guess. Lickitung, that's one. Blue Gastrodon for the win. Yes. See, we've got the Blue Gastrodon squad in the chat. The only Gastrodon, the real Gastrodon. You know, the only Gastrodon that's let down winning a World Championships is Paul Ruiz running a pink Gastrodon that year. Should have been blue. And it would have been a clean sweep with Blue Gastrodon. But Gastrodon's got more World Championships to its name than something like Kyogre. Superior water type. Undeniably. Lickitung was great but got nerfed this season. Ah, okay. I always catch Annihilape's good as well. Annihilape has been kind of good in the early regulations of Scarlet and Violet, but not so much the latter ones. Although you do see it in some pretty successful Reg G teams. Japan like it a lot more than I think we see use of it over this side of the pond. Will I wear a bow tie while casting at EUIC for us? I don't own a bow tie, otherwise I would have. I will be tying it up. Maybe Friday not so much, but Saturday, Sunday I'll be smarting it up with a tie for sure. But if I had a bow tie I would. I feel like I'd need a tux, full tux to go in. If I was to wear a bow tie. Bow tie would be fun though. Othermon's really different for competitive and Pogo, yeah. Completely. Most, like, yeah. Me and Gastrodon don't like each other very well. Yeah, Annihilape for Alligator, Dragonite carried me in PGL a few months ago. Dragonite as well. I love that Dragonite's good across the board. Oh, Azu, yeah, Azumarill. Scarf Gambit. Scarf Gambit, it was a fun point in VG history. Just a delete button, yeah. Gone. Still, like, you know, got potential now. A lot of the restricteds do have big HP stats, but not a lot of them max them out. It's just the, yeah, and the Annihilape's got the speed where you can scarf it and outrun a lot of stuff. It's got decent base speed. Not amazing. Booster energy makes it a lot harder to operate with though. But I do like Annihilate a lot. I think it's a really good Pokemon. It's got crazy bulk. When you like really start like looking at Annihilate, what you can do with its EV spread, it's very malleable. Like you can put it very fast, very bulky at the same time. It is a really strong Pokemon. I hope we do see it in Gen 10. Hope it's not one that's just a Scarlet and Violet and goes away for a little while before it kind of makes a return. Because it'd be nice to see it in another format. Alex, since you watch Geordie Jumpers, has YouTube recommended any of the other Vic and Bob videos such as Geordie Sofa? I haven't seen Geordie Sofas. It has been recommending other Vic and Bob videos though. I have watched a few of them. Trying to think which other ones. Not Geordie Sofas though. Geordie Sofas. Everything about that ad though is hilarious. Even the font that they use and the like the coloration of the font. Like it's classic of that time, isn't it? Speaking of which, Gen 9 non-restricted do you think will impact VGC the longest? Ooh, like in future years, or do you mean like just going forward, Riley? King Gambit's definitely one. I think like Iron Hands, it's gonna be like interesting to see if the Paradox Pokemon carry over. Like you've got to imagine in Gen 10 when its regional decks will not have any Paradox Pokemon, and it could be almost a case where Gen 10 we don't have any Paradox Pokemon. Like we've almost seen the Ultra Beasts, they're not a thing in Scarlet and Violet, so they're not going to carry over into the next generation. Paradox Pokemon might not. Ultra Beasts might make a return, or we could have a mix of both. So I'll probably leave the Paradox Pokemon out because I think whatever format we have, Iron Hands, Fluttermane will always have a big impact in those formats. So I'll leave those. I think for Rigarath's a really good shout. I think with Armor Tail, with Trick Room, it's typing. It's probably up there as one of the top ones. Ogerpon as well. It's just going to be interesting to see how Ogerpon works in future games where terrestrialization isn't the mechanic, you know. I'd imagine it'll probably be a lot like how Zamazenta and Zacian work with the item, and then they just transform like as they've been sent into the battle and get the embody aspect ability. So but that'll be interesting because I think the Ogerpons will still be used like that. How would you get the forms pre-terrestrialization to get access to like Water Absorb on Wellspring and stuff like that, and Mold Breaker on a Hearthflame, Sturdy on the Cornerstone? I don't know how they would do it, because then you almost, yeah, it's going to be a weird way of working those Pokemon if they're not in. So I think if I had to name one that was going to be impactful, I think for future VG, and still will be impactful for future VG, I think I would have to say Farigiraf, because I think it stands up in a restricted format, it stands up in a non-restricted format, and it can be very, very good. Dozo is also a really good shout as well. I've said before, but Geordie going to the South Pole is my fave. Geordie going to the South Pole. I watched one where they were doing it was like different movies, or like different characters from movies, in like, there was one where, is it Falling Down, and it was like Michael Douglas in Sunderland or something like that. And then there was another one, I don't know the actor that they were trying to do, but he was like buying pastries in Sunderland as well. Leech Life 10, I have a marked tiny Trapinch with 0 speed and 0 special attack. I caught it in a Safari Ball and got a rank master ribbon on it the first time Reg G came around. That's awesome. This policy, Shadow Rider Calyrex with Rock Tomb and Faint on the pinch. That's awesome. I love that. I love that. That's great, mate. The marked shiny Trapinch. What mark has it got on it? Did you say? People sometimes forget how good Dozo can be, even without Tatsugiri. Yeah, you can't underestimate like Dozo, even without the Tatsu. It's so strong. Yawn, Curse. It's just such a tank to take down. Tinglu Bozo strat. Yeah, I do like it a lot. I think it's a really interesting. If you're not prepared for it as well, it just shut you down. And you're not even using a restricted then. And then you got Shadow Rider more than likely to come in and just clean up. Urshifu's an interesting one because I personally think we will see Urshifu removed from Gen 10. I don't think Urshifu will be in Gen 10. I think we'll have a format where Unseen Fist is not at play for the entire format, which I think will be better, healthier for the format in general. I like Urshifu, and I think it definitely adds a balancing aspect to the formats that it's in, but it is just so OP. But it does help keep certain things in check. But I think we have to have a format without Unseen Fist. It depends what the mechanic is, of course, as well. Just checking back in after a long time. Is it the same as shiny only started a while back? It is. No, yeah, we're still going after the Lugia in Hot Gold, Soul Silver, still going strong, but nothing popping up yet. When I last watched, you were looking for shiny Mareep. Look at him now. I know, yeah, shiny Mareep is now a full-fledged Ampharos, shiny Ampharos. So we've done all our gym badges, as you would know from the Lugia hunt, because we couldn't do it before then. But yeah, we've done all our gym badges, got a full team. We've had one casualty in the run so far, and that was our Golem. So we lost our shiny Golem, which is very sad. But the Lugia is going to make up a 6th member of the squad before we go into the Elite Four. And then we got some hunts lined up to do before we go into Cannnot as well, which is going to be nice. But wow, no, that was a while ago. I hope you're keeping all right. Great to have you join the stream with us this morning. I decided I want to EV train the shiny Entei since it has a naughty nature. You think attack and speed makes sense just for Gen 4 playthrough? Yeah, definitely. I don't think you need to really worry about going anything complicated. You just want to be hitting as fast, as hard as possible, and it's generally got decent bulk that's going to help carry you through the game anyway. So yeah, I would just concentrate on those two. Andy, I need Mega Urshifu in Gen 10. Mate, we do not. No. Yeah, I mean, we get Mega Urshifu and it loses an Unseen Fist. Then we need it. Yes. It's hard to say it'll not be added into the Dex though, because it's a legendary Pokemon really, so I feel like it will be there. Yeah, they have to. I think that's the thing. They drop it or they nerf it. We could see a nerf to Unseen Fist. It's too broken. I think like they could almost. How would they do it? Consecutive turns. You couldn't. They couldn't do that mechanic because you're always attacking, so that wouldn't really work. Maybe you could break through like one protect, guarantee on one protect, and then I mean, even if you had to switch it out to switch it back in to have that ability activated again, like it activates once per time it enters the battlefield, that could be a way to do it. So then if you want to use Unseen Fist again, you have to switch it out and then switch it back in. So it's a clunky way to do it, and at least you're getting the use of that ability at least once in a battle, you know. Twilight Zam, how are we doing today? I hope you're well. I'm doing good, mate. How are you doing? I'm currently trying to complete my shiny Living Dex Form Dex collection. I've got 8% Pokemon so far, excluding shinies, but with all Pokemon, I've got about 1,400 odd Pokemon. Wow, that is amazing, mate. That is some accomplishment and so close. I say so close because you're like 80% of the way there. You've only got like another 20%. Hopefully the remainder of Pokemon that you've got aren't like super tough hunts. But congrats, mate. That is amazing. Still got time to finish that up before ZA drops as well. It'd be great to get it done before a new title drops. Olio, what you plan to hunt after shiny Lugia? Shiny Eevee. I think, should we go for the shiny Eevee? I think it's a toss-up between shiny Eevee, shiny Dratini. I think they're probably the two. Or shiny Nidoran to add Debbie back in for the Kanto run. Twilight Zam, I'm planning to get Walking Wick and Iron Leaves. Nice, awesome. it's nice that that event's coming back around as well. I know a lot of people are kind of like complaining about it, but the majority of people are really happy because I think a lot of comments I've seen is that I only had one copy the last time this event dropped, and I've got the other copy now, so I can make sure that I can pick up the other Paradox Pokemon, which is really great. 5th time this event's coming around. I don't think it'll be the last time. Maybe it will. Maybe this is the last time. There was an interesting bit of text at the bottom of the event details that said that these Pokemon may come back in other events in future. I can't remember the wording exactly. Did you end up getting shiny Manaphy? Had to leave earlier that day. Rose, we did. We managed to get it just in time. Haven't got the shiny Enamorus yet, but I did say we'd probably finish up the stream today with shiny Enamorus. So we'll go a little bit longer on the Lugia and then we'll jump in. We've got Darkrai, Manaphy, and Fione to get in Legends Arceus, and then we're done with that. And then that's every single one of the Dex rewards complete. So we're so close to doing it. No, I ripped Golem. I know. Very sad. It's a horrible battle where I got myself into a position I shouldn't have got myself into, and it meant having to sacrifice something. I think if we'd been braver with our decisions, we could have got away with not having to sacrifice anything, but the safer play was to sacrifice the Golem to set up a win-end condition. So yeah, but happy to see you're still going strong. Quite the challenge. Thank you so much, Noah. I hope we can manage to get through and beat Red without any more casualties, but like I say, we'll be adding a few more members to the team after we beat the Elite Four, so hopefully no casualties through the Elite Four. Fingers crossed. It should be okay. I think with the Pokemon that we've got, we should have a good run in. I feel like some of the other battles in the game are maybe a little bit more tricky than the Elite Four. When it comes to Megas, I generally prefer when Pokemon get Mega, or things like Gigantamax that actually need the power boost or something. Not a big fan of powerful mons getting a boost. Yeah, I agree with you in a lot of ways on that. I wasn't a huge fan of Dynamax and Gigantamax, to be honest. I think that mechanic was way too unhinged, so unbalanced, like broken to the point where I just, for me personally, I didn't enjoy the formats with Dynamax and Gigantamax. I think there was so much emphasis on those secondary effects, and some of them were just way more powerful than others. The fact that you got your HP just exponentially like skyrocketed, and you couldn't protect, you couldn't flinch. Dynamax, Gigantamax Pokemon, and yeah, they only lasted for a few turns, but those few turns was pretty much all you needed. And you could just, there was no board position and strategy really in those games where, you know, like things would just get nuked. I'm not as keen on those. That's why I never really liked Z moves that much either, but like I say, that's just personal preference. I much prefer terrestrialization. Megas was quite good. A lot of the Mega Pokemon were like a bit OP, but generally I think that kind of settled down a lot more when Oras came out and we got that like second batch of Mega Pokemon. And then obviously when you're introducing the restricteds as well, I think it balanced it even further. Although Kyogre, Groudon and Rayquaza were still pretty OP, weren't they? But I think they got the balance perfect with terrestrialization, to be honest, because you've got a nice mix of that like good offensive threat, but you've got the ability to kind of, as a player, really position, like, I mean, what's the word? Get rewarded for good positional play, which I don't think we had in so much in Sword and Shield. If you did Eevee or Dratini, take it you'd be chaining in Let's Go. No, Terra K, we can do the Eevee hunt in this game. Bill gives us a gift Eevee, so we'd probably go and shiny hunt that. That's the one I think we'd go for. Don't know what evolution we'd turn it into, but it might be nice to do the Eevee, especially if we get a new evolution announced on Pokemon Day. Gonna go office and outdoors are frozen shut. Good old Canada. Wow, what do you do in that situation, Riley? Do you just say, may as well, I have to go home, I've tried, I can't get in? So come on, how are you doing today? I hope you're well. Great to see you in the stream. Thanks for dropping by. Draconificado, how are we this morning, my friend? Great to see you as well. Thanks for hopping in and joining when we are continuing this Lugia hunt in a Shiny Oni Hardcore Nuzlocke run in Soul Silver. Terra has been the best gimmick for VG. Yeah, 100%. I feel like it's just so good. It's going to take a lot to top it. I wonder if, yeah, it'd be interesting. I do think the next gimmick that we'll get in Gen 10 is going to have to be centered around Mega Evolution somehow. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I could be way off the mark. It's 2 a.m. for me. Need to sleep. Leech Life 10, thank you so much for coming by this stream today, mate. I hope we see you in another one sometime soon. Get some good rest, though. And I'll catch up with you again another time. Boffa D's, how are you doing, mate? Love Shiny Lugia, probably one of the best Shiny Legendaries. It's definitely up there as one of mine. It is a banger. Hopefully we can get it today as well. It'd be nice if we can see it shine, especially before 2K resets. That would be a dream. Like my mate said, he caught Shiny Miraidon at the bug catching contest. Alec, all I can say is your mate definitely wears a Geordie jumper. The bug catching contest. There's a glitch. I've been thinking about doing, like, obviously this is a little spoiler, but only you that are here for this particular moment in the stream will know this. So I am thinking about doing a really fun April Fool's joke this year with some sort of like hidden secret mechanic in Scarlet and Violet, dropping it just for that morning, just to get see. We'll do it. I'll do so. I've got something. If you've got any ideas though, throw them out. Rose, that's great, late. Congrats. Did you stream getting the shiny Keldeo? If so, I missed that sadly. No, I didn't, Rose. I got it off stream, between streams with the, so we streamed on the Monday. I spent like all of Tuesday getting my Sword and Shield decks put together, and then got it for the event dropping on the Wednesday morning. So that's the only one out of the decks is that I didn't stream to complete, but I have got it. James, I traded shiny Anteova to Platinum to EV Train, and the sprite in Platinum is so much more dynamic than Hot Gold Soul Silver. It's a nice idea to trade over, do it there, and then trade back. That's cool. It's a shame that the sprite, because I feel like the sprites in these games are just so good, but I forget Platinum. Platinum is just a banger, isn't it? Riley grabbed the shovel from the back of my car and I had to start chipping away. Wow, that frozen. That's crazy, mate. I've had the car door frozen a few times where it's like it just will not budge, but nothing that crazy. Wow. I don't know what cold is though, do I? Really? I think I do, but I just, yeah. I'm a baby when it comes to knowing what cold is. Did you get the promo code for flying type Terra Eevee in the UK? No, we haven't had it, Terra K. We haven't had anything announced for anywhere outside, like for Europe, has just not had it at all, which is so strange, so strange. Maybe they do something for EUIC this weekend, potentially. Kenny, how are we doing? I hope you're well. Just want to quickly say thank you for the Terra build videos. They're so helpful. Thank you so much for the kind words. I'm pleased the videos have been helpful. I will be putting one up on Thursday this week. Just, it's kind of more recapping some of the best builds for the Iron Leaves and the Walking Wake. There is a video on the channel. There's multiple with multiple builds, but I feel they're so buried in the content, it'd just be easier for people to find that video if I do a new one, and it hopefully will cover some of the new details with what we'll see. Item drops specifically is the only thing that I can see changing. Hopefully they drop in Herba Mystica, these ones, but we'll have to wait and see. I imagine there will be Herba Mystica, because I feel like all of the other 5-star raids that we've had recently all have dropped them as well. Also got a level 100 Nidoking in red via a glitch. Nice, but had to delete my save file with 2 badges to get a Mew. Oh mate, I love that Viridian Forest glitch though. It's so good. Girafonic Cado, I got shiny Virizion on Sunday in 292 camp resets. Wow, that's nuts. I'm now going for Terrakion, 770 camp resets. No luck yet, mate. I hope it comes soon. That's an amazing amount of resets for that Virizion though. Such a good one to get. Congrats. I'm good. Had to restart Sword because I like to join in on Dynamax Adventures, and I need to add my own YouTube handle because people get confused when I join with my actual name. That's a nice idea. Hopefully it's not taking too long, but at least you're gonna have a full roster of those legendaries to go after now, which is good. We need to go in after the Zygarde at some point in Sword and Shield, but I guess we'll get these hunts and stuff out of the way. But I still got Zygarde to finish off. So if you're around when we do those Zygarde Dynamax raids, then I'd love you to join in if you're about. Absolute baby when it comes to cold. Won't go up north of Birmingham nowadays. Not a lie, I haven't been north of Birmingham in a while. In a while, mate. But I will be going up to sunny Northumberland, breezy Northumberland at some point later this year, which would be nice. If the Flying Terra EV cards aren't region locked, I could probably grab. Thank you so much, Terra. I've had 2 kind members of the community send me a code already, which is amazing. So I'm very lucky. But thank you so much for the offer. I'm sure there'd be other people in the chat though that would appreciate the card if you do have any spares. Has there been any word on the mythical event expanding? I totally forgot about it for a while. The mythical event. We've had nothing, no. So I know last time when it was in Sword and Shield, there was about a 9-month period between it being in Japan and then coming over to the West. So I'd imagine it might be a similar time period. So that was like November, December. So yeah, it'll probably be about August, September time when those mythicals come across to this side of the world. But as soon as we do get any news on it, of course, I'll update. I think it would be strange for that event not to come. Makes me more inclined to believe that we might get a VG format with mythical Pokemon. They're pushing like so many mythicals onto us at the minute, and it's like, okay, well, you've got the full set of mythicals just about. If they do some more mythical events in Scarlet and Violet maybe, and if the mythicals are available readily in ZA, I could definitely see them saying, yeah, mythicals VG next season. Maybe how they're doing it like with the restricteds now, where that would be cool. Actually, I never really thought about this before, but I always thought you could do it similar to Regulation G, where you would be like, okay, all the restricted Pokemon are banned, but you can have 1 mythical Pokemon per team, and then regional decks, national decks with that. But then it could expand on that even more and be like, okay, now you can have 2 mythicals per region, and then you could have 1 mythical and 1 restricted, and then finish off the format with double restricted and a mythical. There's stuff they could do there, isn't there? Are you by any chance planning doing a giveaway for your shiny Deoxys? I am. It's still in the works. Started doing the duplications in Emerald, but it is going to take a little while to get them all up to home. So it is in the pipeline to do. So I just ask for a little bit of patience, but it is in the process. I have started it. It takes such a long time to trade it from Gen 3 all the way to home. I've been trying to find a Alolan Golem on Scarlet and Violet as a con trade. It's the last one I need to complete the decks that I can't catch in game. Do you know how likely they appear in 5-star raids and not 6? Do they not appear in 6-star raids then? Yeah, have a look at this. I thought they would. Cerebee's always a good place to kind of like look. Terrarium DLC. No, Alolan Golem is in 6-star Terra raids. I don't know if it's in 5-star, Alec, but it's definitely a 6-star Terra raid Pokemon. Just want Hooper. I mean, we had the Hooper event in Go, right, this past weekend, so it would make sense that that could be a special Terra raid for Pokemon Day, Rose. How good would that be? That would be amazing. And Polly, we're heading to Northumberland for summer holidays this year. Really looking forward to it. Amazing. That's so exciting. Whereabouts are you planning to stay? Fine if you don't want to tell me, but I am very excited for you. I hope you have an absolute blast. It's a lovely place. It is a beaut. It is a beaut. And Rich going up to Northumberland for an Airbnb getaway to Northumberland. Oh mate, that'll be lush. Especially this time of like walks along the beach and stuff. It's chilly but super nice. One Pokemon away from completing the Crown Tundra Dex and getting shiny Keldeo. Oh mate, which Pokemon do you need? They do appear in 6-star, but I'm not good enough to defeat it. Mate, just use... Have you got an Iron Hands? I feel like Iron Hands bodies this thing. I guess it depends on the Terra type as well. But it's only got Steel, Normal, Rock, and Electric. So, a ground type, any ground type will body it. So if you've got an Ursaluna, I feel like Ursaluna would do an incredible good job against the 6-star raids. Like Guts, Belly Drum, and then whatever ground type attack you want to kind of throw out at it. Other good ground types. Garchomp's probably a really good shout, to be honest. But again, it depends on the Terra typing. But a ground type, even Arceus, if you have an Arceus. I don't know if you've got access to one, Alec. It's just, it would be easier to find it in 6-star raids because you can just literally respawn the raid on your map. Go to it, check it. If it's not a golem, then you just do the respawn. And then you just go and check the 6-star raids rather than searching around all of the different like regular raids that you don't know if they're 5-star or not. Just got shiny Giratina. I've watched the whole stream. Thanks for the content and friendly energy. Really helps with motivation. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon wormhole. Why was that such a mouthful for me to say? Just Wavins, congrats on the shiny Giratina. What a banger shiny. Absolutely amazing. And thanks for coming by the stream as well. Really great to have you here, and love the vibes, mate. Love the vibes. But that Giratina, you guys have come into today's stream and you've all had a lot of success with your shiny hunts, which is making me motivated. So hopefully that passes on to you all as well. Lugia being a stubborn one, but I guess we're still very early on in these resets, so it's all right. Let's head out. Have a good rest of your day, everyone, and good luck with the Lugia and Enamorously. Thank you so much, mate, and thank you once again for the help with the decks last week. It was clutch, and I wouldn't have been able to finish it. It would have been a job we would have had to done today. So you've engineered the Lugia hunt and more resets, which is always a good thing. So thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll hopefully catch up with you later in the week. Probably close to Anik, lovely little farm that's not too far from the town. Oh, that's amazing. Anik is, I don't know if you probably know, I've probably talked about this before, Polly. I grew up in Anik. That's like my hometown, so that is very exciting. I hope you have an awesome time. It's been too long since I've been up there though. It has been an age. Just last year I was just crazy busy with events and getting away, and then being able to kind of plan out a trip up there. So hopefully when Easter comes around, I think that's when I'll probably try and head up. I have an Ursaluna. I can EV train it. Yes, because even if it's a different Terra type, Alec, I feel like you'll have an easy time with the facade as well. So Flame Orb, facade, almost all. I know, Riley. I'm going to include you in this because I feel like the goose has to come at some point. Zekaturian, really stubborn in Dynamax Adventures, 52 runs. Sedenchik, oh, it has to come soon. That is stubborn, mate. I hope you get some better luck in the next few resets. Love to hear your expectations or hopes for Pokemon Day if you have a video planned. However, I can be patient. I haven't actually, this time around, I haven't like done a video. I don't know whether to script one because I've got a like, you know, it'd be kind of cool to drop one maybe on Monday next week. So I'd love to script one out. I mean, if you guys would like to see something like that with all of my crazy ideas in, even have a throwback to like, there's a lot of you here that are like, you will testify that I was on the battle bond Greninja and the bond phenomenon being a key feature in ZA from the very beginning last year when ZA got dropped, and I was pushing this train hard, and only because you guys said I was crazy and I talked about it way too much, I took my foot off the gas off that train, and I was like, okay, we'll not talk about it, because I felt like I was way overdoing it. But I just say, you guys are evidence that if it does come to pass and we do get something to do with the bond phenomenon, battle bond as a thing in ZA, you can be my proof that I was not as crazy as everyone thought I was. But I might just be, because it might just be mega Pokemon, and the bond phenomenon might not be a thing at all. All I heard was, I'll just say it now, all I heard was that there was a lot more emphasis on things that took place in the Pokemon anime, X, Y, and Z anime series than normally would have like an impact on actual things in the game. It was very true to how I think things were meant to play out in Pokemon Z. With the Zygarde, with the bond phenomenon, there's a lot of things in there I think that are probably quite true to like canon in the actual games, but I guess we'll find out soon. But I'm happy. I would love to do a video on what I expect us to, on what we could maybe see. I think what we could maybe see would make quite a cool video, but I think dropping it Monday, Tuesday on the run up to Pokemon Day probably be quite cool. Get that FOMO going. So I'll work on that when I'm away over the weekend, and we'll start to put something together Monday for Pokemon Day. Expectations. What do I really want to see? I'd love us to get a new Mega revealed. I mean, I would love a new evolution. My list is long. What would I like more? A black and white remake. I probably would love a black and white remake. I think more than the classic collection, but that's because I have the classic collection. I have all the older games already, because I'm very fortunate in that respect. So as much as I would love to see them come to the Switch, I think I would prefer remake of black and white on the Switch. So that would be like my big hope, I think. Getting Legends ZA, and now I'm getting greedy because I'm like, one game's not enough. One game is definitely more than enough. But if I was to have a wish list of stuff I would like to see, I think because of the longest time we've had a lot of rumors about a black and white remake coming to the Switch or the Switch successor or whatever. And so I think that would be definitely something that I would love to see. I think I would love to revisit Unova in a different landscape, different graphics, just a different experience. So that would be probably top of my list. Obviously the classic collection probably just slotted under there. A new battle revolution game like PBR would be very cool, or a stadium game. That would be cool if we got something like that. And then I think just the generic stuff. I hope we get some gameplay from ZA, which I hope likely we will, now that the Switch 2's embargo has kind of been broken, so they'll be able to show gameplay of it, the enhanced footage, I guess, of the game, if it is for the Switch 2. Starter Pokemon, I would like to see a little bit of a sneak at maybe what the characters look like in the games, and maybe a sneak peek at a new Mega Pokemon as well. Maybe something like Zygarde. That would be pretty exciting. Battle Bond Meowscarada incoming. Could you imagine? That'd be cool. We went last year around Easter, loved it. Very beautiful part of the country. Yeah, Polly, it is. I was very fortunate to grow up there. I was very lucky. It's lush. It's changed so much, like Anik though, since I was a kid growing up there. It's a lot different now than it used to be, but still a great place. And you've got the coast so close by, and I think that's the one thing I love about that area. You're so close to like a beach, you know. You're only like 5 miles away from a beach, which is lush. You got like Alamouth, and then all that coastline up there, Bamborough Sea Houses, Newton by the sea. Yeah, it's all lush, all lush. If you've never been to Newton though, I definitely recommend it. It's a nice beach to go to, and there's a nice square there, tiny little pub there where you can go get a drink out in the courtyard and just look at the view. It's nice. It's nice. Metacrest, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Here for the full odd shiny Lugia hunt again today for the Nuzlocke run. Great to have you here, my friend. I hope you had a nice weekend, having a good start to your week. I think we'll have Gen 10 announcement. Polly, that's the enthusiasm I want to see. I would love that, nothing more. That would be the curveball I would not expect. I think I've come to terms myself that I think Gen 10 will be 2026, but I could be so, I hope my feelings are completely wrong, and I love that, because imagine the hype if we got Gen 10. It could happen. It could so happen. We could get ZA early part of this year. I think from rumors, leaks, whatever you want to call it, we know that ZA is pretty much at the end point. It's ready to go. So it could drop really early in this year, and that would carry us through to Gen 10. Gen 10 dropping this year, for me, makes more sense, because I think you get it pre-2026, so it's still a fresh game at the start of the year, 2026, Jan the 1st, 2026, 10th anniversary, brand new generation. And you get a full year with that new generation, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Unfortunately, I wanted to, but I don't know. I feel so skeptical about it. Switch 2 limited edition ZA is what I'm hoping for. Matt, now we're talking, mate. Have you seen the concept arts from some like fan art concepts of the Switch 2 with that Zygarde design on it? Mate, I feel like that just needs that fan who did that artwork just needs taking away and being like, can we just pay you for this design that you've put together? Because we can't do anything better than that. I would love to see that. It would be amazing. I'd be so broke. Johnny, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you. I take a Pokemon home with Showdown like emulation over any spin-off any day of the week. Maybe I'm way to alter the Pokemon you put into home. I think that would be a cool thing to see. Maybe that's an upgrade that we get with Pokemon Home, you know? I could see it being an add-on to Pokemon Home, potentially. Such a great shiny. Love the color palette. I wish you luck with Entei. Another amazing shiny. Entei is another banger, isn't it? My cousin got married over Newton Way. It was genuinely so beautiful. Oh, that's so nice, mate. My mum, her gran lived in the square at Newton, so my mum spent a lot of time down there as a child. So in turn, she used to take us, me and my brother, down there quite a lot when we were younger. So we spent loads of time down at Newton when we were kids. So I've got a lot of good memories down there. It's a shame I miss the area a lot. I do miss it a lot. I'd love to get back up a lot more. Just life, being busy and stuff like that. But also congrats for the casting. Thank you so much, mate. So hyped for this. I see. Me too, man. I think it's going to be the biggest Pokemon event ever. I think it's looking like, which is nuts. Just crazy. I'm so excited though. It's a good format. I like Regulation G, but it's so punishing. It's such a punishing format. Like, you make one wrong move in a match and it's, I mean, nearly impossible to come back from. You've got to be so precise, and I think that's what makes the players that win these events so much more impressive. You know, the runs that players go on in these events. Like, everyone needs a little bit of luck. Like I always say, you always need a bit of luck going into a tournament. But I think with how unforgiving this format is, it just makes the players like elevated to just another level. So yeah, excited to see who will come out on top with what restricted. Imagine if it's a brand new trainer and they bring Lugia and they just wipe the competition with Lugia this weekend. Oh, that would be wild. The Pokemon I'm missing is Terrakion. Okay, I will have a look. I don't know if we've got one. I should do though. I should do. Nocturne, how are we doing? I don't know if anyone else in chat has a Terrakion that they could maybe touch trade to Funnick. Draconificado who is looking to finish their Pokemon Sword and Shield decks. They only need Terrakion to complete it. Nocturne, I am doing good, mate. I'm doing good today. Thanks so much for hopping in, joining the stream. I hope you're having a great Tuesday yourself. It's great to see you as always. Ollie, Gen 10 dropping at the end of the year. That's my prediction. Maybe just wish list. I'd love to see it. Like Gen 10 dropping at the end of this year would be wild. There's nothing to say that's not going to happen though, you know. Kate, good morning. How are you doing today? But yeah, definitely check it out. It's on X. There's a what's the creator called, or the account called? They do a lot of different concept art for the consoles, like the Switch and the Switch 2 stuff. Different ideas. The ZA one though is just an absolute banger. To be fair, Rich, I can't complain too much. Yeah, I can't complain too much. It's nice down in Somerset. Somerset, your trackers. Got Glastonbury Festival creeping up soon as well. It's going to be here before we know it. I don't think the lineup's really been added yet. Johnny Reggie being so punishing means that a single good prediction swings the course of a battle. I actually love that. Yeah, it is. And I think like getting out of like really bad situations as well. I mean, it's a real testament to our players to weave out of like those bad situations to turn them into like positive ones, you know. Trying to get a shiny. Hope it comes soon. Oh, so you're hunting the shiny Terrakion. Oh, I hope it does, mate. I really do. The fact that we got info on where PWC will take place in 2025-26 could mean Pokemon Company know which gens of Pokemon games will be played. I think that is probably a good assessment of that, really, where I think 2026, I have a feeling it'll be played on Scarlet and Violet. I don't know for sure. I've not, like, no one's told me that. I've not heard anything, but I think like and I think we'll know soon what the 2026 season will be played on. Like we'll know in like 9 days time, because if we don't get Gen 10 announced, this Pokemon Gen 10 announced on Pokemon Day, then we know we're not getting Gen 10 this year, because this is the time where they would announce it, they would tease it, you know. So it's big because it kind of gives us all the feeling where we're going to be for the next 2 years competitively, you know. Are we going to be on a new game, on a new system, or are we going to be still in Scarlet and Violet? I was going to say stuck in Scarlet and Violet. I don't mean to say stuck, but we will be kind of trapped in Scarlet and Violet, because ZA is not going to be a competitive platform to be played on, and Scarlet and Violet are not going to transfer over ZA Pokemon. The mega mechanic's not in there. I just don't see even regional forms being traded over. I just don't think the code will be updated. I think Scarlet and Violet is done now, because they've never done anything like that in the past. And I don't think they would put the time or the effort into a patch update for Scarlet and Violet. Now it's kind of done. I think they'll keep it as it is. It's kind of sad, but like you say, there's other ways to invigorate the formats. Maybe if they feel stale, if it feels stale being on Scarlet and Violet for so long next season, there's ways to get around that. I think with the rule sets. The rule sets are key, I think, in keeping people attentive throughout the season, you know. Lumpy, good morning, mate. How are you doing today? Great to see you, man. Hope you had a great weekend. Get me some comp tickets too. I want to pop down that way sometime over the next year, though. Haven't been there for a while. It's lovely, mate. You need to come down. I don't know. I don't think there's been anyone really announced for Glastonbury this year. There's been a lot of rumors going around. Obviously, being down here, you hear a lot of Ariana Grande is a big rumor at the minute for this year. So whether or not that comes true, I don't know how I feel about that, though. I'm being like bombarded with that Sam and Cat program on Netflix at the minute, which is Never watched it when I was younger personally, but Thea is obsessed with it at the minute, so I'm being bombarded with Ariana Grande from that angle, which I don't know how I feel about, to be fair. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it before. Don't want to be too mean. Are we making predictions again? So mine is 1,870 attempts. Nocturne, I hope you're right. We're going to be there pretty shortly. If you do make a prediction and you get it bang on the number, you will lock in your username as Lugia's nickname in game. Knee-high snow and snowbanks higher than my waist. What? That's nuts. Rough start to the morning, snowblower Brock. Oh, mate. I think that is just the day where you say, we just stay in the house. I keep saying this. Make a hot chocolate, open the curtains, and just admire the view. And just say, nothing's happening today. We're just having a nice cozy day in the house. And screw you, snowblower. But I hope you're good, mate, and I hope the snow gets a bit easier to manage and the sun comes out and helps melt it away. Deadly Tiger just popping in real quick to say hi and leave a like. Thank you so much, mate, and I hope you're having a great start to your Tuesday. It's great to see you, however brief you can stick around, but thanks for jumping into today's stream. Really appreciate it, my friend. Let me chat every single number above. So Tenchik, 1,744. Everything above that. Lumpy, you walk to work, mate. You are a true trooper, mate. I always remember in my old job, because I lived pretty close to my work, so I talked about it earlier, like the UK shuts down pretty quickly, even at the slightest sight of snow. But I remember we got heavy snow one year, and because I lived, like, I could walk. I always walk to work, so I was really fortunate. Like 20-minute walk. It's a nice walk as well, so it was super great. I really missed not being able to not walk to work. But the only bad drawback was when it did snow and it was heavy, meaning the roads were pretty much impossible to drive on. I still was the only one in our office that had to go in. So I was literally the whole day in my office. That was for 2 days. That was not fun. I mean, I may have taken my Switch with me at the time. Or would it be my 3DS? No, it would have been my Switch. It would have been my Switch. So I may have taken my Switch with me at the time, and I may have played my Switch, which may have made the day go a little bit better, quicker. But it sucked. Knowing that everyone else was just having a complete easy day at home for free. And I was like, yeah, I had no excuse not to get there. So mate, your situation, Lumpy, is way worse than anything I had. I think our snow was like maybe 2-3 foot deep, maybe at worst. So that's probably a breeze for you guys. I was thinking about Megas coming to ZA. That's taken place in the past. Would Mega Mewtwo not even exist? If it was in the past, for sure. I think it will be set in the future though. I think ZA will be set after X and Y. Johnny, it's been 15 years since I saw proper snow. Wow. I guess you live in Italy though, so it's like, especially the part of Italy you live in, it's like you get just too nice weather there, mate, for it to snow. I remember the craziest thing. I remember being in, was it Liverpool Regionals? I think last year. And Bebum came, and I was hanging with Bebum, and he said to me, "I've never seen snow." I was like, "What?" I guess, but you wouldn't in Egypt though. Like, I guess probably never snowed in Egypt. It just blew my mind. I was like, "You've never experienced?" It's crazy. Punished for living 8 minutes walk away. Yeah. It's like the bonus in like every other situation except when there's like snow and no one else can get there. But you are the man to make things happen that day. You should get like extra snow day bonus pay. I feel that should be a thing. Angel of the Night, how are we doing? I'm from Canada and I have a work delay due to whiteout conditions. 25 to 30 centimeters of snow freezing rain last night. Yikes. Likely to go in soon. They're ready to cancel work. Wow, that's a lot of snow. Safe travels if you have to venture out into it though. I hope you manage to have a nice easy journey to and from. Be safe out there. Super scary conditions. Last really heavy snowfall I remember it was like 2010. We used to get, yeah, I mean a lot. Yeah, this was way recent. This was like 2019, I think. Must have been around 2019 when we had like 2018, 2019. But I've just not seen snow at all for years. Where we are now. Spencer, first time I've been able to catch a stream in months. Hope everyone is good. Spencer, it's great to see you, mate. How are you doing? Will you be at EUIC this weekend? That is the big question, my friend. I hope you will be. If you are, it'd be great to see you there and catch up. But I hope life's been good, my friend, and it's great to have you joining the stream. I grew up in San Diego, definitely no snow. Now I live in New York. It's 3 degrees Fahrenheit with wind chill. Gonna be a fun commute. That is not fun, kids. San Diego, what a contrast as well. Like such opposite ends of the spectrum. San Diego's like it's got I remember when we went there and we were speaking to a cab driver and he's like, it's pretty much this temperature all year round. I was like, that is the dream. That is the dream. It's just like nice all year round. It's like the perfect. And then go, yeah, New York can be cold, can't it? Marcus, good morning, mate. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend, my friend, and a nice start to the week. Still grinding it out with this Lugia. It is not playing ball yet, but still early days. Evan wouldn't have, yeah, to be honest though. You could see snow every year. I just need to drive like 2 hours at the mountain. Yeah, I guess you've got all like the mountains and stuff in Italy around you, so you've got all of that. Not too far away. Spencer, I'll be there, mate. Try and grab you. If you do see me, mate, just shout and I will head your direction. Are you going to play, Spencer, or are you just come and spectate, take part in all of the good events? There's another thing. For those of you that are going to EUIC and are avid shiny hunters, there will be a shiny, like, wait there, let me find it, because we did one in Birmingham, but Shimon has organized the one for EUIC, and I think it's on the Saturday night. And if you want to go and take part in it, I think it'll be a cool thing to do. I don't think I'll be able to, because I think I'll be on the desk, which is really sad, because I mean, really sad in one way, because I would have loved to have done it. So let me just get this. I'm going to post a link to it now in the chat. So if you want to check it out, if you were at EUIC and you want to bring something to shiny hunt on, it will be the 8192 shiny challenge happening, and it is happening at EUIC on Saturday evening, 4 p.m. And all you need is generation 2 to 5 game with relevant console to play them, of course, a means to count your encounters, so you can use like a phone. I used my phone when I did it. And these games have shiny odds of 1 in 8,192. See how many shinies you can find in an hour collectively. So that is going on at EUIC, which is going to be pretty fun. So it was good at Birmingham. Got to meet a bunch of new people, which was really cool. So if you want to do any of that at EUIC, that is happening. So at least I've give it a little bit of a shout out here as well. Have you ever shiny hunted in Gen 2 on the Game Boy? GSC. So the virtual console I have, Into the Night. We got the last thing I did on there was Celebi. So we got the Celebi on there. I think it was under 2,000 resets. So we were really lucky with that. But I haven't been back into it after we got that one. I'd love to though. I'd love to go back in and do more shiny hunting in that game. Is there a shiny hunting app? There isn't. It's a massive hole in the market. I'm not sure if there is or not, to be honest. I've never heard of one. There might be though. Johnny, you know what you need to do. Yeah, Charlie organized the one in Birmingham. So, because Charlie's casting Birmingham, he can't do the one for EUIC. So Shmon, who is amazing, has taken it upon themselves to organize it. We've got a really nice poster as well for it. I like the poster. So, yeah, if you guys are going, taking part, good luck. Your shiny hunts. The Birmingham one was so fun. It was a lot of fun, Luke. What were you hunting in Birmingham, Luke? I feel you could really like, well, you couldn't, I was going to say you could kind of cheat that challenge, but it's not really cheating either because the amount of time it takes to hatch eggs in Gen 2. But if you have your eggs set up in Gen 2 with your breeders, etc., you could guarantee some, maybe a couple of shinies in that hour. But I like that it's becoming more and more of an event as we get more of these bigger events. My hand's full at the moment. As soon as I'm finished with this one, I'll definitely look into shiny hunting. And yes, mate, right, I am anything you need a hand with that one that you're currently working on, just ping over to me. We'll probably jump into shiny hunting. I'll have my Switch and little RG35, nice as well. Have you tried Pokemon Emerald Legacy yet? I have not, mate. How is it? Kelly, good morning. Great to see you. Hope you had a nice weekend and a great start to your week as well. Rose, I'm setting up Ultra Sun right now to do a lot of legendary and ultra shiny hunting. Forgotten how much I liked that game originally. I know, I feel bad for those games because I always look back on them and I always think, not my favorite generation at all. And I think it was just I got so burnt between going from Sun and Moon and having such excitement for Ultra Sun and Moon, it being like a copy and paste. But the post-game stuff in Ultra Sun and Moon is amazing. It's some of the best post-game content I think we've got in any Pokemon game, to be honest. The legendary hunts are great, and I do like those games a lot. They just feel nice to play. And Darius, where are you with the Deoxys hunt? The Deoxys has been caught. Darius, we got the Deoxys about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So yeah, 17,911 encounters on our leaf green copy, which was a massive relief, mate. So all done and dusted, which is great. So now it's meant that we can jump into our Hulk also Silver Shiny Only Nuzlocke that we're doing, and we've got all 8 gym badges now in game. We've taken 1 casualty so far. We lost our shiny golem, which was very sad, but we're going after the Lugia now. So hopefully we can grab this one soon and then take on the Elite Four and then move our way into Cannnot. I was going for Baldo in Pokemon White and anything on Route 1 or 2 in Emerald. Oh nice, so you double hunting, mate. You came well prepared for it. Dang, I just managed to camp for the space-time distortion but didn't spawn Cannnot. Oh, Olio, that is so annoying. Olio, there won't be long before I'm jumping into PLA, so I can trade you one over if you haven't managed to get one. That is the most frustrating thing, when you actually get the time-space distortion and you're like, okay, we got it now, lockdown, and it's not the rare spawn in the one that you go for. I'm sorry, mate. You're not having the best of luck with that. Had a great Valentine's weekend of yummy treats and got a vase of beautiful Asian lilies, one of my favorite flowers. That's super nice, Kaylee. Awesome to hear you had a great weekend. That's awesome. That's nice. And the vase sounds good as well. Asian lilies. We got some like fresh flowers in the lounge and I can't sit in there at the minute. They're like, my eyes are going crazy. They're not even lilies. Lilies would make me go like even worse. I'm so bad for it. Like sometimes it's fine, but the last few days My eyes yesterday morning were like red, and I'm like, why? Am I getting ill or something? I was like, no, it's just when I'm in this room. And like the pollen is just killing me at the minute. Which is super weird because I never normally really get that bothered by houseplants and stuff, but I keep itching my nose here this morning, and I know it's from that. There's I think they're only like poppies, which is like so weird. Imagine being allergic to poppies. Yeah, have you got any allergies? Yeah, poppies. Been setting up a Google Doc to send around the VGC sphere to gauge what people need from the monitor tool, because I'm too torn with all the options. I'll send you the link when it's finished. Cool, mate. I will make sure to help out as much as I can with it. I think it's such a great project that you're doing. Oh, the ribbons. Oh no, Darius. I'm not gonna. I think if I go for the ribbons with the deoxys, it's gonna take too long to get the giveaway set up. So I've kind of committed to. I will probably leave one deoxys in leaf green and maybe do it there, but for the giveaway, I'm not gonna ribbon master the deoxys. So I'm just at the minute, I'm just trying to get as many as I can duplicated, and then get this giveaway set up that we'll do maybe a week or two after Pokemon Day. Kid, good luck with the hunting today. I'm off to my 3-degree commute. Oh, Kate, I hope you're wrapped up. And have a nice day, Kate. I hope you have a really great day. Thank you so much for coming by the stream, joining this morning. Sorry we weren't able to get the Lugia, but it's always a pleasure having you joining in with the festivities this morning on the stream. Spencer got the transparent red model and went all arts and crafts with my wife's kit. I have a Groudon online. That's very cool, mate. I'd love to see a picture of that. Or if you have it at EUIC, you can bust it out and show me there. D21, how you doing, mate? I've been doing good, mate. I've been doing all right. Getting excited for EUIC this week and Pokemon Day next week. Been really busy lately. What number did you catch with Deoxys? 17,911, I think, was the exact number, if I'm right. I might be off a little bit, but it was around that number. So, but the big thing was it was in the leaf green copy, which was what we wanted, not the fire red Japanese copy that we added into the hunt a little later. But yes, we got it, and it's currently in Emerald, and it's currently been duplicated over there. So, and then they'll be all making their way up to Pokemon Home, and eventually at some point I will do the giveaway for the Deoxys. Like I said, probably a couple of weeks time, I'll probably have it all kind of ready, set up and waiting. I'll have it at USC for sure. I have a few retro handhelds, but for some reason the SP is just the right nostalgia for me to keep playing it. Yeah, it's perfect. It's such a good size as well for your pocket, isn't it? Jenny Deoxys is 911. Yeah, mate. Can't believe it took us like nearly to 20. Well, between the two games, it was way over 20,000 because we were over half odds on the. What were we on the leaf? The fire red? I think we were over half odds, maybe getting around 5,000 resets on that one. So there's a part of me that's like, I wouldn't mind getting it in the fire red version as well, but I'm also like, should we just leave that now? Maybe come back to it one day, but not now. Kind of done with Deoxys resets for a while. What an awesome achievement, bro. I'm trying to get back to Sword and Shield to shiny hunt the raid dens. Oh, awesome, mate. Have you got any like targets in mind that you would want to go for straight away, or just is there just loads of the different ones? I like the raid den hunting in Sword and Shield. It's a cool way to go after the shiny Pokemon, and the fact that they show up shiny and like, well, no, wait there. That's wrong. They show up shiny in Scarlet and Violet. They just don't sparkle, but they sparkle. The Dynamax Pokemon in Sword and Shield, which is always nice, I think. Spencer, I have a weird home issue. I have a living deck sitting in there and it isn't unlocking the new distributions there, annoyingly. My only guess would be, Spencer, that the Pokemon that you've got for the living decks is they're not all from the, like, they might not all have their respective origin marks that they would need for each individual game. So you could have a living dex essentially in Pokemon Home, but if you haven't got, like, say, Nidoran with the Sword and Shield origin mark, and say it's got the BDSP origin mark, it'll only register in your BDSP dex, like your Sinnoh dex, and not your Galar dex. So you'd have to go and catch another Nidoran in Galar and Sword and Shield, and then transfer that in for it to be registered in that Galar dex, if that makes sense. Like, each respected Pokemon from those dexes needs the origin mark for that dex, for that game. Yeah, it's really annoying. It's like, why can't a Nidoran that you just caught be good enough for any one of them? You've got to go into each game and get them. So essentially repeating a lot of Pokemon, which is a pain. About to get my last Reggie on Shield. Should I get Regidrago or Regieleki? Ooh. Polly, are you going shiny for it? That's a big one. Biggie. I think I would always pick Regieleki, but it's such a hard one. Like, I like the design of Regidrago better, but Regieleki's better competitively, so I would always lean Regieleki over Regidrago. Abby, how are we doing today? Happy Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining the stream. You're having a great start to your day. We're currently in Soul Silver on both copies of our game, hunting Lugia. And I think we'll probably hop over to PLA soon to finish up that Enamorous hunt, because that was on the cards today. It's going to be weird for people joining the stream late, though. They're going to be like, have you got the Lugia? And I'm going to be like, no, we're just finishing off our PLA decks to get Enamorous, shiny Enamorous, because that was one of the plans. I wanted to get it done before coming into stream next week, so we can kind of concentrate on this Lugia and whatever other hunts, rather, and just get these decks tasks all complete. I just need 13 more to complete the Hisui decks in Home. Nice, Luke. Is there any, like, tough ones that you're after, or are they all pretty straightforward? And so Denchik, I chose Regieleki. It was easy to catch. Gonna do Drago and Shield. It's frustrating that you can't get both in one game. It's annoying. You always have to make the decision. There isn't really a reason why the Mons must have the gen mark to count as registered. It's one of those pointless hustles Game Freak love for some ungodly reason. It's all about the dollar. The dollar. You got to buy the game and do everything in that game. And everything outside of that game doesn't count towards any other game. Hero Green, how are we doing today? I hope you're well. Are those free Enamorous from those YouTubers legit? I mean it. Depends how you look at, like, legit, right? Because on one hand, and I'm not bashing anyone here, so I'm not making any judgments, so this isn't having a go at anyone before I say this, but in one respect, the Pokemon that you get from the bots, they're definitely genned Pokemon, so they are not caught natively in game. So if you want to look at that and make a decision that way, then that's one way of looking at it. But I think from a legality point of view, they're probably, as the legality checks that you get from trading into Pokemon Home from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I think they're fine, and you're not going to get into any trouble doing it that way. But it just depends on which side of the fence you sit on, and there might be reasons why you can't get those Pokemon rewards in game. And if you want to do those free giveaway events to get access to them, then I completely understand why you're doing it, because there are some crazy hoops that you need to jump through, and you need both copies of the game, and even then sometimes you need a little bit more to get them. So like I say, No judgments on my end are being made about it. I just think it depends which side of the fence you sit on with how you look at those Pokemon being legal or not, and what wording. But you know, it's a game at the end of the day. You enjoy your game however you want to enjoy it. Like I always say, if you're not affecting anyone else's gameplay, what harm is it doing? So there we go. But good luck picking those Pokemon up. Super excited to start hunting Registeel and Ruby. Oh wow, Riley, that is a banger hunt. With no chance of facing sounds great right now. No, yeah, that's it. I mean, what were we phase 13 now for those Angus? So yeah, taking away the phases. Once it shines, and that is going to be it locked. I love Registeel shiny. It's probably my favorite Reggie shiny, I think. Regigigas is a nice shiny, but Registeel, that turquoise blue, it's just so nice. And Luke, the toughest are Cherubi, Cannnot, and Arceus. I could get Spiritomb by finding the Wisps, but I'm impatient. If you've got the Daybreak updates, you can do massive mass outbreaks for Spiritomb as well. So that's an easier way to get that Pokemon for sure. If I can put them at home, I keep them. Exactly, Kaylee. Does the guy you mentioned rhyme with Flames? Just pulling your... There's so many though. It's not just your man Blaines. And I like Blaines a lot. And there's obviously a big demand for that sort of thing. So, you know, if there wasn't, he wouldn't have as successful a service as he does. So there's definitely a demand for it. So don't shoot the guy or give him a hard time for what he does. It's, yeah. My only problem right now is Palkia in BDSP, and it sucks. All my friends have Diamond. That does suck. I probably could trade you a Palkia if that would help, Lexi. Yeah, Alec, exactly. Sitting on the fence, mate. I don't want to offend anyone either, you know. But I've told you my opinion countless times where I think the issue lies, and it's at the door of Game Freak and Pokemon. I think they need to put better things in place for legality checks, and I think they need to take down the barrier to entry to competitive play as well. I think that would stop a lot of the issues. But again, at the same time, I think that because I like training my Pokemon and I like breeding my teams and making them in game, I think there should be an element that's difficult to get, like the harder Pokemon, but I get the arguments for why there shouldn't be as well. So I think there needs to be a middle ground met somewhere where you can live in a world where both things exist. It's just at the moment, the barrier to entry for a lot of people is too much to commit time to building teams and all that thing in game. Johnny, you love shiny Regice. I can't see the difference between the shiny and the non-shiny. Tob, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. I love Regieleki. Looks like a drunken master from Virtual Fighters with his movement. I know what you mean. I do like shiny Regieleki though. It is a banger shiny. Those colors, it's very subtle, but I think the coloration, the rings changing to silver is very cool. Very cool. Any more controversial view, and TPC would lock you in a room at EUIC for integration if the ability to competitively train in game was better. Create pure rental. Wow, that's the thing. It would completely get rid of it, wouldn't it? And I think that's hopefully, I think the one thing that you would say is if you look at like each generation of Pokemon that's released, the barrier to entry for competitive is getting less and less and less and less and less. So it is getting easier to train Pokemon. I mean, it's never been as easy to create teams, breed Pokemon, do EVs, IVs, all that jazz as it is in Scarlet and Violet. It's such a breeze, and it's great. But still, it is quite time consuming when you're doing it from, you know, a new save file, and it can be quite time consuming. But at the same time, it is better than it's ever been. So you've got to think Gen 10 will roll around, and it'll probably keep on improving. So we're slow steps getting there. We are getting there. I know some people need a reminder. Make sure to hit that like button. Mr. Wolf, thank you so much for the reminder there. If you are in the stream and you're enjoying it today with us, do consider hitting the like button. Hit it, smash it, press it, click it, whatever you would like to do. But it would, all of the above are appreciated. But again, I'll always say thanks just for dropping by the stream. It's great to have you here, and I hope we can just get this shiny Lugia soon. What should we take this to? Should we take it to 1900 and then we'll jump over into PLA and wrap up the stream with the Enamorous? That's probably a good idea. Feels like a nice number to round it off on. If we could touch trade for BDSP Palkia, that would be amazing. Would need to quit out the trade. Right, let's do that now. Let me boot up my BDSP. Have I got it in? I think I have. Okay, I've got BDSP running. I'm in game. So if you just send me a code with when you want to trade, I will trade with you right now on BDSP. And I will send you the Palkia. You don't need to send me it straight back. If you just send me it back, maybe next week, because it's going to be a bit difficult to trade it back today. And don't worry about keeping a hold of it for a little while. If you need to, I will trust you to give me it back at any point in the future. They need to fix home. If I see another kid trying to be funny asking for a level 1 to 10 Xerneas to be received in BSP. Yeah, I know, mate. There's some issues with the... I wish that the online trading facilities, I feel like have got worse over the last few generations. I feel like they were in such a good place. Global trading system used to be really good, but now it's a mess. I think it needs all reworked, like the global rooms and things like that. Or trade my ex-fiance for a Switch remake of yes. I love that, Henry. Can we both do the trade together to make it happen? There we go. Guarantee Gold and Silver remake on the Switch 2. I mean, it would be a dream. I think it would be so great to experience. Oh no, I need to go back to visit again. There we go. To experience Gold and Silver, the Johto region in like a 3D full immersive world on the Switch. It'd be so good. Pokemon, are you an only child? Are you the youngest? No, I'm not an only child. I have a brother, and I'm actually the oldest. You wouldn't think that, though. Probably act like the youngest. Would I like to save so far? Yes. Okay. Young Lee, how you doing, mate? Good to see you today. Hope you're well. Had a great weekend. Having a good start to your week. And Power, same to you as well. Great to see you. Young Lee, how you doing? Man City were really good over the weekend. Newcastle just had an off day. Had a really bad off day, didn't they? I was very sad. That first half was horrible. I didn't even listen or watch the rest of the game. After the first 30 minutes, I was like, I know how this is going. I think after the third goal went in, I was like, this is reminding me of what it used to be like under Mike Ashley. Yeah, City just... I don't even think that City needed to... play that well. They definitely took their foot off the gas though. That second half, I think it could have been way worse than it ended up being. But yeah, we were terrible. So hopefully, I think, have we got Southampton? I think we got Southampton this weekend. So hopefully we can turn it around there. It's not going to be easy, but yeah, really bad. Johnny, take it easy, mate. I will catch up with you again very soon. And Power managed to catch 2 shiny Gabite and a shiny Mareep in Pokemon Scarlet the other. Very nice, mate. Congrats on those banger shinies. Love them. Especially the Mareep as well. Right. Lexi, you're ready with the code. Right, chat, I will just be 2 seconds. I'm just going to help Lexi with a trade for Palkia to help them complete their BDSP decks. Should beat Southampton, don't worry. That's the thing, like we should. We should. But I don't know if we will. Newcastle at home to Nottingham Forest this weekend. Not an easy. Is it not? I thought it was Nottingham Forest. I was like, I went to bed last night and I listened to a Newcastle podcast. So I must have been dreaming, because I woke up this morning really confused by being like, we're playing Southampton this weekend, and I was sworn the next 3 games we had were City, Forest at home, and then Liverpool on the Wednesday night. But for some reason, I've got Southampton in my head. Okay, Lexi, you are calling. Would you like to trade? Yes. Yes, trade will begin. So I just need to find. There's Dialga. Where is Palkia? I think it's Lexi. This is where I'm like, oh, it's in my Pokemon home again. I don't think I've made that mistake. I think Palkia is still in the box this year. I think it's a shiny one as well. Might have been one I got sent. You know, when I'm doing trades for the shiny chain Pokemon that I caught, someone sent me it. So there we go. No shiny Lugia there and there. Lexi, I hope it helps. Just complete the decks though. Lumpy, you got Villa tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. Tough game. But I think you'll get it over the line against them. I think it's weird that I'm feeling nostalgic about Sword and Shield and BDSP despite not being 10 years old now. I feel like it was 15, 17. Yeah, BDSP's not even that long ago, really, is it? Theo, how are you doing? What's going on, man? I hope you're having a good day. It's my fave stream, so chill and good convo. I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good today. Thanks so much for asking. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your week as well. Would we like to quit? Yes. Lexi, I hope that helps, my friend. And like I say, don't worry about trading that back anytime soon, but I'll grab it off you and give you that Dialga back. If next week is okay with you, then that would be amazing, my friend. But I hope that helps out with the decks. Right, we've got 16 more resets to do in this, and then we're going to jump over to PLA, and we're going to get ourselves a Darkrai, a Manaphy, and a Fione, and we are going to complete that dex and get ourselves finally a shiny Amorous. So we will definitely get ourselves a shiny in today's stream. Might not just be the Lugia, the one that we're looking for. Right, yeah, just also started doing Reggie Rock Hunt in White 2. Wow, soft resetting just because I want to name it Rock. Chocorok, the Reggie Rock. Reggie Rock's another one that's got a nice shiny as well. I do like shiny Reggie Rock. Push. Weirdy, good afternoon, mate. How are you doing today? Congrats on casting EUIC. Buzzing for you. Thank you so much, mate. I can't be there this year, but I'll be watching. Let's have this Lugia. Oh, mate, I hope you have a good time watching the stream. I'm sad that you can't be there. Next year, though. Make a point. Next year, EUIC. Gotta make it happen. But thank you, though. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be asked to cast, you know. So I think this is, wow. 17 was the first one that I cast. Was it the first? No. So 18 was the first one I cast. So I started casting in 17. So 18, 19 was there? Yeah, 19. Was that when COVID hit? I'm not sure. We've done that. Then the last 2, so this would be like, I think number 5 or 6 EUIC that I've done, which is mad. I never ever thought starting out I'd get that many opportunities to do it. So I'm, like I say, it's always a privilege to do. It's always exciting. It's like the big event of the year for Europe. So I'm always though going into it, EU are very good at retaining this title. Like, they're pretty good at retaining the title. I wonder if it'll be another region that'll come in. There's some strong Japanese players coming over for this one. There's a lot of strong NA players as well coming over, LATAM players, So who knows who's going to take it. It's anyone's game right now. Muffin, how you doing, mate? I've missed so many because I've been busy. I hope you're doing good though, mate. I hope you've been amazing and missed you. I see you chopped the hair. Got mine chopped and sent it off too. Amazing, mate. That's awesome. Congrats on that, mate. Yeah, mine's it's slowly growing back. Slowly growing back. But the hair is gone. The hat is on. But yeah, how good does it feel though, mate, after you've done the chop? It's good to see you though, my friend, and I hope you have been keeping all right as well. Did you get the challenge on 2 3DSs? So Hero Green, this is the original one, but yes, so to speed up the hunt, it's basically duplicated the save file onto this cartridge just to make it a bit quicker. So what day is the Nintendo Direct this week, or is it just false rumors? I haven't heard anything announced. We had anything announced? I have all the notifs on from Nintendo. No, the only thing that I've got from Nintendo this morning was about the gold points. It doesn't look like there's been anything confirmed just yet. So I think it's just rumors at the minute. I wouldn't bank on anything until something officially drops, which would probably be today or tomorrow, I guess. If it's, Wednesday, it'll probably be tomorrow. Right, 1900 encounters and going. Hey, I didn't realize you had been asked to cast again. Congrats. They're good casters. Oh, Rose, you're too kind. Yeah, so it got announced on X. They announced it yesterday, which is really cool. So this weekend, behind the desk, back with Lou, finally, which has been such a long time. So it's going to be really nice for that in particular. And then obviously first time out for Mr. Kiriaku behind the desk, and I believe Charlie behind the desk as well, because Charlie's been to EUIC last year, obviously hosted it, but we're very privileged this year. We've got Sierra, who's coming across from representing Canada. Does a great job as well. We love Sierra in EU, so it's nice to be able to, and Sierra's hosting this year, which is awesome. I need a trade partner to evolve my Feebas and Gerda in Violet. Yonglei, anyone in chat in Pokemon Violet or Scarlet that could do a touch trade with Yonglei to help evolve a Feebas and a Gerda. I have on this 3DS here, I have custom firmware built in. Be quiet about it. Don't shout about it. So I can save point. And that's how I did it. I like Lou. Love Lou. Everyone loves Lou. It's great. It's going to be nice working with Lou again, because we've been separated like naughty school children for a while. So to get the band back together again, it's going to be good. I'm excited for it. But it was either doing that with the save, or it was basically doing it, and it was so slow doing it on the single cartridge, as you can imagine, half the amount of resets in the same amount of time. So Lumpy, check my message. My kids are awesome. Lumpy, let me go back. On the weekend, my kids dug out my old Liverpool decor, flag, scarf, posters, pillows, and my old Stevie G kit. They set up my living room and learned a few chants. Was amazing. Proper cop. That is awesome, mate. I love that. You need to, if you should do it for the Carabao Cup final. I know it's probably not the biggest final that you guys would be excited for, but it gives you a reason to do it. Deck out the whole lounge space, get them all like a Liverpool jersey. You guys can get the chants going. I don't know any Liverpool chants. I can tell you a bunch of Newcastle ones, but it'll be pointless. Yes, it will be, because it's kind of from the same save. It's a grey area, Hero Green, but it's a way of doing it. It's just technically speeding it up, but yeah, Muffin, my word, I felt like I lost 40 pounds when I chopped it off. How long was yours in the end? Like, how long was the hair? But I will say it's been like -50 in the past week where I live. My head has been popsicle, but def glad to get it chopped. Mate, that is amazing. But I can totally relate to you. Like, how cold it's been here. Not that cold over here in the UK. But since I chopped my hair off, I have felt the cold so much on my head. It's been freezing. Like, I have to have a hood on. I appreciate hoodies like 100 times more than I ever have done in the past. Right. I said I was going to take it to 1900, then we'll hop over, but I feel like we'll take it to 1920. 1920, and then we'll move over to PLA and finish up. But Lumpy, yeah, you have awesome kids. I love that they dug it all out. Did you put the Stevie G kit on as well? Stevie G? Went through the whole process of modding a 2DS recently. Haven't used it at all so far. How was the modding on the 2DS? I've got this one here that I've been thinking about. This isn't mine. Scott sent me it down. I'm like, I feel like I want to mod it, but I haven't. So I don't know what the 2DS is, if it's much different. I can't imagine it is, because it's kind of the same firmware that they run between 2DS and the 3DS. Right. Is this the last one? It is. Okay, we'll do this. See if we get the Lugia here. Nope, nope, nope. Right. Okay, that takes us to 1920. Should we? We need to. What I need to do is set up my Switch, and we'll jump over to PLA, and we'll finish up the Pokedex completion tasks for Enamorous, and that we should have enough time for how much I've got left today. I can never get into this. My nails are too short. The struggle is real. Okay, PLA into the system. Let's do this, and we need to be on this screen. I think this one, yes, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to filter. We can take that off. I can get my green screen, and I can pull this down. Can I pull it down? I can. We can get it. We can get our backdrop down. So we've got. No, that's not right. That count is wrong. So that needs to go back 1. That's how many we've got. Let's put my DSs to the side, and then we can get on to Legends Arceus. There we go. Okay. Hit 9 inches. Wow, that's cool, mate. Mine was like 8. So I was like, I have to do it though. I felt like mentally I was not coping well at the time with the hair. Especially with EUIC coming up, I was like, yeah, I was just like, there's no way to get this looking good. Danny, how are we doing? Good morning. How are you, Danny? Hope you had a nice weekend. It's great to see you as always. So the first task in, let's see if I can pull this up as well. Pokemon Home. So this is the Dex. Let me see if I can. Mirror this. Oh, is it gonna let me mirror? It's not letting me mirror. I just want to show you the Dex progress so far. But my phone won't. My phone's not allowing me to mirror. Let me see if I can open it up. And then it can show for real where we are. We've only got 3 left, but you can trust me. Let's see if this works. Screen mirroring. Nah. Well, I'll leave it there, ticking away in the background. Got the Cannnot I needed. Oh, that's amazing. That's awesome, mate. Right, we need to go across to this area over here. Keep your eyes peeled for shinies. That's awesome. Ollie, I'm pleased you've got the shiny Enamorous. Well, that's what we're planning to do now, just to finish before we end up the stream, and then that's kind of all of the Dex quests complete. I think we need to make it evening as well before we go out to get the Manaphy. Weekend went too fast, but was able to finish the Giratina fight, and 3 badges on BDSP. That's awesome. So you did the Giratina. Oh, how did you find that? That battle is not the easiest at all. I swear that looked like a... No, it's not a shiny Golduck. It's not. I don't think I'll ever get bored of this game. Oh, I haven't got the campsite set up. Oh, this is the most frustrating thing. I haven't got the campsite set up here. Because I need to find... Oh, this is not... Okay. I'm sorry, chat. I need to go back to the camp. I haven't got the campsite set up here yet. I think I need to find that lady's husband or something. So it needs to be evening. Don't have shiny Melton yet. Pure laziness because I only have need 5 Pokemon. Oh wow, only 5 you need. That is not many at all, Roz. So I need to go through the Seas Gate, I think, and once you do that on an evening, I think that activates the event itself. Because we've got in our party, see, yeah, we've got the Mantike, Overquill, and the Buizel. So that's all we need. I guess we can just go into the water here. Danny, I sort of cheated and moved my party into Scarlet and Violet and level 100 and then back to PLA, made it so much easier. Definitely not cheating. Doing it the smart way, Danny, for sure. I did it with the Espeon yesterday, last night, when I was like, oh, thinking about coming in to do this in today's stream. I thought, I'll just trade Espeon in to Scarlet and Violet. It's going to make it so much easier. Which it definitely did. It took like 2 minutes to use the berries I had and level it up and then get the Espeon. Whereas if I'd done it in this game, it would have taken forever to do. So because the friendship is not the easiest thing. I wonder what Pokemon we're going to be able to ride around on ZA. You could definitely going to be Golgort because we've got the Golgort taxi service. So that's definitely one. Yo! Was that a good impression of Manaphy or Fiona? I feel like that was semi-good. Semi-good. You heard something. It sounded like a cry and a boulder shifted in the distance. I love that, like that boulder. Us hearing that boulder is pretty impressive. We are way away from this cavern. Just finished my PLA Dex. Got the gift yesterday. Nice, David. Awesome. How are you doing today, mate? Congrats on getting the shiny Enamorous as well. The cavern is just around the corner, isn't it? Where are we going? Yeah, it's down here. Yes. Have I just been literally going around in a circle? How far is it down? I forget. I've only ever done this once on my main. Ah, there we go. There it is. No, it's not. This is the tunnel. I've been totally fooled. So it must be further down again. Or unless I've went past it. Okay, here it is. This is the right one this time. There we go. Those genies were a pain. Oh, the genies are such a pain. The grind to level in PLA was holding me back from finishing. Ah, it looks so good. I've only ever done this one once before, so it's quite nice to kind of come back and do it again. I like the idea as well that the Fioni can come back. I think if yeah, you can stun them and then can I Pokeball it? Oh, do I have to stun it as well? Because it's got the vortex. I can never remember how to do it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I need to be careful because we don't want to get knocked out here. We've got one Fiona. We don't need to get all of them. I just need the Manaphy. Just hang tight and just rest for a minute. Use Weirdia and Reg G. It's a cool Pokemon. It's definitely a good option, I think. Where is the Manaphy? Because that's hard to see with all these. It's Fiona. Have I been knocked out? I have. Well, at least we got one of the Pokemon. We're gonna lose a bunch of 17. Okay, we just need to go back in and get the Manaphy. It's all good. It's all good. I think I can just go straight to the cave now, which will make it a bit more straightforward. I think I'll be resource gathering today in PLA so I can make more bombs, balls, and stealth spray. That is a good plan, Rose. They're always like, I always hate when I run out of them and then you've got to go around, and just spending a day doing it means that it's so much easier when you're going out and hunting in these games. Please let me just sneasel up this wall. Okay. Here we go. But PLA, I love this game so much. It's always getting me so excited for like ZA when it drops. I just think if it's anything like this game, and it's probably going to be potentially better, right? Potentially. It's just going to be, it's going to be really cool. Right, where are you, cave? There we go. Right, Manaphy is just the only one that we need. So we'll just grab that and then we'll leave. Fiona. I think it's there. I think that's... I just want to target this one. The Manaphy. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we got you. We got you. Heavy Ball. Oh, Gigaton Ball. And then we can hightail it. Oh no! Right, Ultra Ball from the back. Back shot. Kind of sad I didn't buy PLA when it was released. Buy it, so if you got it now, don't be... I get that, mate, but... I mean, you've got the opportunity to play it now. The other aspect is that you're going to be able to experience it, like, firsthand. Now, which is like I'm kind of jealous of. I kind of that the first time you play this game, it's just amazing, you know. Elden Ring experience made PLA much more fun. It's just, I don't know, they just did such a good job with it. It was so different from anything that we'd had previously. Professor Levington. Turned my PLA today to evolve my trade Pokemon. I completely forgot the buttons. Took me 10 minutes to work out again. I know it's wild jumping back into it, especially from Scarlet and Violet. You're like, is it the up button, the minus, the plus button? What do they do? Like that? Ah, the map. I'm exactly the same when I come back into it. It's like, man, I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, we got one more Pokemon to get. One more. Can I screen mirror now? Will it allow me to? Yes, it will. Okay, that's good. Let's see if we can pull this up. There we go. There we go. So if I pull my phone up here, you can see. There we go. This is the dex that we've got in my phone right now. So we only need one more Pokemon. So I think it's Darkrai. And that's the last one that we need. So we can do that now. We can go and get the Darkrai, and then we can get the shiny Enamorus, which is going to be awesome. Good thing that doesn't only happen to me, especially in PLA where it actually matters where the buttons press. Yeah, it actually does, especially in those really, really tricky situations as well. And you're like, oh my god, I'm going to get knocked out. This is terrible. Lumpy, the Pokedex, what do you mean? Whereabouts is that Pokedex? On the mobile version of Home, is where you can go into like Pokedexes, and then you can go into the individual games themselves. I think only gripe about the inventory toggling in PLA. Do I need a different Pokemon in my party? I'm worried that I knock out. I'm a little bit worried that I knock out the Darkrai. I don't know how strong it is. I mean, we can take our Snorlax as like a maybe something less strong, like Infernape. It's only 65, 69. We'll take that as well. I'll have Giratina on the back as like a safe bet, I guess. We'll lead with Snorlax first. I think I need to change it to night first, don't I? So nighttime. Darkrai is a pain. Was for me anyway. Sometimes I cry in the dark. Sometimes. Right, we know where we need to go. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. I've activated the event itself. I think we just need to make it nighttime and then head to this area. I think it's pretty straightforward. Hopefully it's not a pain for us. I can't remember it being difficult the first time around when we did it, but I mean, famous last words. It's probably going to be a nightmare for us now. The Lonely Spring. Is it? It's not here. I think it's on the other side of that ridge, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. There we go. Here's a cutscene. Do I stay as a Sneasler? Oh, I don't. That would have been hilarious if it was just in the Sneasler's basket and it stayed as a Sneasler for this cutscene. Why is that phone? Okay, that isn't coming up there. That's all right. Literal nightmare. This would be a spooky, like imagine doing this event in real life. This would actually be pretty spooky. Yeah, I need to just throw out Snorlax and activate getting it. I don't know. I can't remember how. Can I sneak up on it? Can I stealth spray? I can smoke bomb as well. That would be handy. I don't know if that will work or if it'll just be able to. Nah, it can just detect me, can't it? Is my character literally asleep? This is not ideal. Wake up. Wake up. I have no idea how to stun it. This event in real life, I think, yeah, it would petrify me. Oh, I could. Got it. Got it. Can we just Pokeball it from behind instead of having to battle it? That would be ideal. Can we get it? We got it. Got it. It was that easy. Okay, we get very lucky with that. Outstanding. Now everyone will be able to rest easy. Yes. Now no one else will fall victim to such dark nightmares. Except when we come back here and release it. Kale, don't forget that. We have it. I suppose I'd better be heading back home myself now. I won't ever forget what you did. Farewell, young one. There we go. We've completed. You had one, your Geordie Jumper, instant friends with Darkrai. Yeah, instant, yeah. Darkrai whips out their Geordie Jumper. Okay, we can... No, well, let's go back to camp, because I wouldn't mind getting an Amarys to show off in this game. I think it'd be cool to show off in this game. So, let's drop Darkrai. See my Pokemon. We'll move you into here. We'll drop a save. There we go. And then we can just do Pokemon Home. And then it's done. Finally, that's the last one. Wow. Felt like a big task doing this. Smoke bombs and creep behind it, David. I feel like we were lucky in that respect. Didn't even engage Darkrai, just tossed the ball at it, and it was done like that. Wow. So me and you did pretty much a similar thing. I think we lucked out with the way that it was looking, so we could just sneak up on it from behind. Honestly, didn't even know you can get Darkrai in PLA. It looks like I got more to explore. No, that's awesome news. Yeah, if you go to Lavington's lab, and then on the board there's all the different research tasks that you can do, so you can go and activate it. That's the same with the Manaphy and the Fione one. There's a bunch of other ones as well. Yeah, but you've got Shaman, you've got Darkrai, you've got the Manaphy, the Fione. What other mythicals are in the game? Obviously Arceus, but you get that right at the end. Drop those in. Save changes and exit. Right, now, if I come out of Pokemon Home, I think I need to come out of it too on my mobile, and then I come on my mobile here. We should, from our home screen, we'll have to log in again. Caleb, I've barely done any of the legendaries in this game. It's going to take me forever. It's not too bad, you know. Honestly, like, the legendaries don't take that long generally to do. Okay, now we go to Pokedex, games, and the Hisui one is right there. 242 out of 242. All of them got the crowns now, which is awesome. Now we should get Grand Oak. Brilliant. We're one step closer to fulfilling my dream of creating a grand Pokedex. I see you've registered every single Pokemon in the Hisui Pokedex. You're most certainly the right one to entrust with this monumental task. Absolutely brilliant. I hope you keep up the fantastic work. There we go. There is a mystery gift. And we've done it. We've beaten the game, but getting Arceus seems like a grind. Yes, I would definitely agree, mate. It is a grind. The genies, I agree with you, Brian. The genies are the hardest. They're like, I found probably Thunderous the most difficult one to get. Then gift boxes, and then let's get this. I was looking at this the other day, and this gift here for the shiny Zeraora, I was like, wow, that's crazy. There we go. Claim shiny and Amarys. Perfect timing to check back in. Yes, mate, we've just done it. Right, so we can come out of this now. Then we go back into home. Should be able to pick up our Amarys. How bright must his office be to warrant those outrageous glasses? I know, mate. Exactly. Like floodlights is normal lighting in the office. Is Zeraora still available? No, unfortunately not, mate. You had to partake in that raid event at the time. I think if you'd received the gift, you could probably still claim it now, but the gift won't be accessible. I look forward to trying to get Thunderous tonight then. Yeah, Thunderous. It's like you've got to stun it when you're jumping out of the water almost. It's the best way to do it, I found. It's really tricky though. I always found it like super annoying. Every time I start Legend Arceus for 15 minutes, I get 3 shinies. It's so crazy. It's a crazy game for shiny hunting. I do love it. It's one of my favorites. It's just such a cozy game as well, isn't it? But I thought doing this today, it's a nice way to kind of wrap up the stream, you know. Ooh, there we go. Jump to box. There it is. Now we need this one and check summary. There we go. Shiny Enamorous. Looks good. Naive nature. I wonder what the stats are like on it. Are they all locked or are they oh, they're PLA stats, aren't they? So it's hard to see like the base stats for them in this one. I guess you'd have to trade it into Scarlet and Violet to see what the base stats really were, but that's fine. We'll pop it in there and then we'll come out and save and then we can have a look at it. And when I was playing PLA for like 8 hours, I got 2 shinies. Wow. On the other hand, that can happen as well. Thunderous was start at the show with stealth spray, approach it, but before it gets an eye on you, spam smoke bombs. That's a good strat to do that actually. So you just don't, it doesn't see you at all, and then you can just creep up on it and just snag it. When I was playing yeah, just use jet wing balls to stun it. That is a good strategy, David. The Landorus was the one I didn't find too hard because I think the Obsidian Field lands, you can kind of duck and creep around the mounds where it is on like the little island where Infernip is pretty easily. Before I knew what I was doing, I wanted shiny Zeraora so bad, so I almost bought one on eBay after googling and realized they're probably all fake and I didn't want to pay for fake mon. Yeah, definitely don't do that, mate. I'm hoping they'll do a shiny Zeraora event again excuse me, in the future, because I think it's probably quite likely that they do, considering that they've done it once before. There it is. Shiny Snorlax. I will move you. I'll put you there as well because shiny Snorlax is a good shiny. My shiny Wurmples. Not alpha yet though. Right, there we are. There it is. No, we don't want that. We want that. Shiny Enamorous. Oh, looks so good. It does look great. I love it. I love it. It's brilliant. And I'm thankful that we finally got it along with all of the other shinies now that are available in that Dex completion. And you know what, chat, I have to thank a lot of you for helping me out because there's a bunch of you that have helped me out with getting these Dexes complete and stuff like that. So it's nice, and it'll be interesting to see what the next completion task will be as well for PLA. So we'll have to wait and see for that one. But with that, friends, that is the end of today's stream. Unfortunately, I only had until around 2, so at least we've done a bunch for the Lugia. No luck with that, and then we've managed to do this Enamorous. So for the rest of the week, unfortunately, because I'm going to EUIC, I'm heading up there tomorrow. The next stream will be on Monday next week, which is really sad. I'm sad about, but make sure you're at Monday's stream because I will reveal the goodie bag, the gift giveaway thing that we're going to do next week for Pokemon Day from EUIC, from all the exclusive merch. As I say, I'll try and pick up as much stuff as I can, but we will 100% be doing a giveaway for Pokemon Day next week with that exclusive EUIC merch. So I'll get as much of it as I can. Pokemon Day is the 27th, Riley, so that'll be a week on Thursday, and we're going to do a big old stream that day and probably stream all day pretty much, so it'll be a lot of fun. Have a great time at EUIC, mate. Thank you so much. And yeah, for anyone watching EUIC over the weekend, I hope you enjoy it. The shows should be good across all the games. They'll be very exciting. And anyone there in London this weekend, if you see me, it'd be great to say hi. So do shout if you see me. Have a great time at the event. Stay safe, obviously, out and about around London, and have safe travels there and back. And we'll see you next week, friends. keep an eye out because I'll probably put a couple of videos up on the channel with things that'll be dropping over the weekend in the run up to that, and obviously the Walk and Wake the Iron Leaves raids as well. But otherwise, friends, have a great rest of your week. Those that are having a lot of snow at the minute, I hope it goes away very quickly. Just be safe out there if you're traveling around in it, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you all next week. Thank you again, friends. Take it easy. Bye bye.